understands that you are a dwarf, but does
Here
not
we are.
understand what that means.
Welcome
I
to
think it was
Snobby Conventions Incorporated.
Hi guys.
So
Sorry for that brief black screen. The producer realized they had forgotten something, but it was resolved. So, welcome to our ongoing Friday D&D campaign. Before we get into it, I will let the ever-prepared Sam take over.
Yeah, I was almost ready, and then wasn't, and refused to let tradition be broken. So, in the chat, here's a link. You're probably watching this on a VOD, so it doesn't matter. Instagram.com/RoseCobBerry is the artist that does all of the, I hope that's the right direction, character art that's on the screen right now. It's all really good, isn't it? Yes, it is. She did it. You can find her on that Instagram. Go message her. She's not the cheapest, but she is one of the best. No one gets as excited about your character as you do. She doesn't, but she gets really close to, and that's super cool. And she's also very collaborative. It's great. I think the quality is great. In fact, Andrew can vouch for it because he's been ordering tons and tons and tons and tons of commissions off her, and no one else. So there you go. I'm going to clear my throat real quick because for some reason the second I started talking, just like days of gunk. And again, excellent. This is a strong start.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need to go get a drink the second I'm done here. Also, you can check out, she's not online at the moment, but 31 Gallium, or Gallium 31. 31 Gallium.
31 Gallium on Twitch.
31 Gallium.
Yeah. On here. Go follow her. She's a variety streamer, does League of Legends, other games. She's also in the stream tomorrow, so you'll see that. If anyone else has anything else they want to shout out, apart from Kim's lovely cat, do so now, and then I'm going to do a quick sub campaign, and then we're going into it.
Days of Gunk, I'm reserving that as, like, my sludge band.
No,
that's a great band name that's going on the list.
No, that's actually the name of my Chinese knockoff, like free RPG that's going to go up on. It's like a zombie game, but it uses other people's assets. It's called Days of Gunk. It's great.
Okay.
And before you go into the sub talk, there's a belated name to call out. Because there was a follower on Saturday, who I don't think has been called out since.
Lucky Owl.
Lucky Owl 618.
Yeah. I was literally about to get there, but thank you.
So yeah, you were in sub talk, so I was just making sure she got noticed.
Yeah, that's section right there. But you are correct, so good job. Well done, Lucky L618. We know him, but thanks for showing up. If you are watching this stream and you think, I wouldn't mind coming back here, because that beard is mighty impressive. And also, I bet he's got great shoulders when he works out. You're right on both accounts. So, hit that follow button. Yeah, when I work out. I can't right now, Coeli. Come on, mate. Stop judging. I'm in the middle of a lockdown.
It's called a home gym.
That's what calisthenics is for, man.
Yeah, okay, right. Okay, both of you, fuck off. So anyway, moving on.
Fire no equipment.
All right. Well, I think I'll fuck off. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah, see you later. Get out of here. That was it.
I'm just rolling a heart attack.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. I just used suggestion. He failed his wisdom save hard, and then also.
How do you play in 2 characters tonight? To make up for last week.
I'm so down for it. Also, if you're following this stream and you think, I would like to support a little-known artist/streamer, good, you should be doing more of that, because the few streamers have ridiculous bases at this point, and the platform is stale, but don't just us. But if you do want to just us. Nice one. Thanks. I'm going to roll a dice. It's a 4. All right, good job. Take it away.
All right, that wonderful high note at the end there.
Wait a second, hold on. I'll give you a real high note. Do you want a real high note? You're getting a real high note. Here is a full tone bend from G to A. Oh, listen to that vibrato. Okay, hell, I'm good. Right, anyway, sorry, carry on.
All I actually heard was Adam Baldwin hitting that high C in, what was that show, Chuck?
Yep.
Love that show.
I only saw that one episode.
Oh no! I highly suggest watching the full thing. It's a good show.
I don't think that show's for me, but I did love that scene.
So,
Okay.
when we left off, the party had received the new information from Hidrigarn after delving into the deep caves. With the key to the Tomb of Light, they opted to continue forward on their journey towards the final checkmark on the map they had been provided by Nistra Vess. Uh, Thank you for that,
Good
Tim.
episode.
You're welcome. No problem.
It's a good episode, though. Why not watch it 15 times? You know what I mean?
right?
I'll
Get
explain
ready
that
for another
momentarily,
Google.
but let's not get derailed. They opted to venture forward, where they took a brief stop in the town of Valleyfleur to look to find sea passage to the Glacial Isle. While there, Shockmaw and Coeli participated in the thievery of a magical wand from the local magic shop.
Thanks,
Wow.
Shockmaw.
Bird and Unit 32 tried to gain access to the magician's school, the Wormsoul Academy. They eventually boarded the ship, the Moon Chaser, helmed by Captain Deirdre Barrett, and began their sea voyage towards the Isle. Along the way, Coeli received a magical message from Sonia stating that she had found potential information within the Forest of the Fae. The party then unanimously decided to change directions and head back to the mainland to go seek out the forest and Sonia. Along the way, they were ambushed by some
Yeah, it's really bad, isn't it? Actually, I haven't noticed before until you highlighted it. Now I can't
Yeah,
see
yeah.
anything else.
nautical
Jeez.
nautical
Guys,
I
all
love,
my
I
fans,
love how,
do.
I love how dedicated you are to not getting derailed, and we are literally artillery striking this bad boy.
they were beset by seafaring creatures. After successfully defending the ship, they finally had pulled into the port of Letitia, and that is where we left off. And in regards to the episode issue on YouTube, is because when they originally tried to upload it, no matter how many times I tried, it never acknowledged that it would upload. And it
Sure.
wasn't until 4 or 5 days later when I tried again that it went, yeah, we'll upload that. We got you. And I guess even though when I checked originally, they just all kind of queued up and eventually made their way over. So I will probably be taking care of that at a later date. But yes, anyways,
To any of you in chat or in the views, there is a lot of coconutting going on behind the screens.
Yeah, we're actually 6. Andrew, you did. I want to just say real quick, you did so well to stay on target. Though
Yeah.
I feel so sorry for you. Are so beleaguered. Basically, we've got one adult trying to be a professional to get people into the immersive mood for this adventure, and I'm just sat at the back here making dick jokes and posting cock gifs. So I'm sorry.
And I'm trying so hard to like not be rude and have my noodles on screen, but that just makes it look worse.
It definitely
Well,
does.
better depending on who you're asking.
I mean, fair enough, fair enough. It looks like this is not the place for this, though.
Yeah.
I didn't think anything of it.
I'm sure
I
we
didn't
very
think anything
briefly
of it
got
when
lots
I
of
saw
viewers. People were sifting through and be like, wait, what's in that channel? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna ruin it real quick. Hold on.
All right.
So,
Oh, there she goes again, boys. I'm just gonna make this weird for you every time you do it.
Let her eat. Let her eat. Come on now.
I refuse on principle.
I got my COVID shot. I had a headache earlier.
Don't mind me, guys.
I'm
Just
done.
warming up my dice. Just warming up my dice.
Yeah.
Honestly, it
That-
feels worse because like my arm hurts from the shot, and so I'm like,
All right, just so the stream now has memes to catch on with. Abby, just quickly take a bite of your noodles. I'll tell you what I'm going to do every time. Go, just go.
I can't
Ready?
laughing.
Ready?
I'm
No,
like
it's
that.
okay. It's okay. Just sit. There we go. Right. Anyway, moving on. So this is.
I
So,
hope nobody tuned in to see D&D, because
You ain't getting
That's
any.
not what's happening
You ain't
right
getting
here. No.
This is our like Snog Beep talk show.
All right.
we really
Let's
should
simmer
have
down and focus, y'all.
In
I
fact,
never thought I'd be the one saying this, but let's simmer
I'm
down
gonna-
and focus.
I'm gonna remove the disruptive element for 1 second. We can catch Tim up on the plan that we had. You already know where I stand on it. We're going. I'm gonna go get a drink, and then when we come back, I will not be 6. I promise you. I need to. My throat's full.
That's a lie.
He'll be
You'll be
13.
like 6.5.
I'm still gonna eat my noodles no matter how weird it looks. Sorry, guys.
go for it.
Quick, before he gets back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just inhale the whole bowl, like the big, the big wad of noodles.
All right. So the plan was to go to the Forest of the Elves, find
The Fae. The Fae.
Forest of the Fae. Sorry.
Yeah, same thing.
It's not quite.
Find this elf that Sonia has told us about, and see what information he's got. Or she. Could be a she. I think it was specified he though. I'm not sure. Cannot confirm.
Let me see if I wrote it down. I probably didn't, but let me check.
Also,
have-
Tim,
No.
what's your gold sitting at right now?
259.
Add 280 to that.
no,
280.
no.
Okay,
You've
you
already
already.
got.
What
It's already
would
got
you-
added. We ran this
what
last
would you-
time where you told people to add it at the end of the
All right.
episode, and then the next episode you told everyone to add it again.
I
Because
don't
you
remember
were the-
telling people to add it the first time though.
You did. You were just the only one who didn't take note of it because it was literally like a throwaway, but everyone paid attention because it was gold.
Okay.
Yeah. The last
Okay.
thing that I remember doing is adding gold. I was like,
Um,
all right, more gold, cool.
Also, have we taken a long rest since between now and the end of the last session?
Yes.
Okay. I was about to update Alexi on his HP and spells, but since we've taken a long rest, that doesn't matter.
Last gender I have is the guy that contacted me for Sonia. That's it.
And the
Yeah.
exact important part of the message that you received was, I am reaching out on behalf of one Sonia Wayland. Potential clue found. Forest of the Fae. Elf knows swords.
I do love elf nose.
Wow.
My favorite
I'm
sentence. from that.
actually so excited because I had elf nose swords, and I thought like maybe that was my shorthand. Like I think,
No?
but no,
Word
good.
for word.
But I've tried to Google what an elf nose sword is, and I can't find one. So maybe this is a new homebrew fighting style.
I think so.
That's called
Yeah.
Sokka style. Learn it.
So the ship has pulled into harbor. You are free to do as you will.
Um,
Do the mermaid song.
Since you guys have
Mermaid
literally
song.
made a full circle and you are
Yeah.
back where you started.
I actually want. Or how close are we to the woods at this point in time? As far
I mean,
as-
the edge of the woods is actually quite close. If you're meeting
Okay.
back to your people, it's a bit farther, but it is.
No, I not. I actually wanted at some point in time. I would like to send a squirrel to just notify my family that I'm close by. But I'll wait until we get closer to the tree line.
Squeaker,
Oh, no.
squeaking.
I thought the same thing. High
Alright,
five.
so, as far as getting to the Forest of the Fae, it seems that we have a few possibilities. Heading north to Armin, and then east around. Fern, you are from the forest, yes? Is there a good way to get in from here?
I would go through. I don't know if y'all want to go through the forest, if you want to go around it.
Well, do you think that ye can guide us through the forest? Or you think it would be safer for us to go around?
I usually avoid danger in the forest because I can hide in the trees that are scattered here that gnomes live in. I don't think I have an interpretation for tall folk other than it's quiet and peaceful as far as I know.
If
That's
your
Well,
not
if
moving
it-
through mine.
live nearby, then are we not able to contact them and enlist assistance?
I will send a squirrel.
Very good.
So once we get to the tree line, I can do that.
Question, what time of day is it?
It's kind of like late morning, for your 10 o'clock-ish.
Well, before we get into the forest, there's a tavern here that you gotta try. Primo, what'd be the name of that tavern?
It's the Mermaid Song. I haven't forgotten. I just decided to take his instructions slightly less literally because people were getting violent.
Well, I can see that, but I had forgotten.
I see. That was not sarcasm. Good. I appear to need to still recalibrate. I would like to go visit.
Okay.
It is fine with me.
Sure.
All right. As you guys are leaving the boat and making your way towards the Mermaid Song, which is not located too far from the docks, the first thing you notice about the town is you notice the colors of Galbad here and there on armored individuals within the town.
This far south. Oh.
You also, as you're making way along, see that there is a large board that has been set up, and there's currently someone tacking on some posters to it.
Can I look at one of the posters?
Sure. Just picking one at random, or are you?
I'm just going to look at them and then pick one up and see.
Okay. Most of them seem to be fairly nondescript. There's people wanted for theft, for banditry. Most of them are offering pretty slim rewards. The two that catch your attention are wrong town. Where did my notes go?
Sam
They
deleted
both-
them probably.
Yeah, I don't even play about it. I actually make notes on episode and I delete more of it on purpose and then save it.
Sounds about right.
So you have negative notes.
Yes. I'm starting to delete the other session's notes now just to really spite myself. I'm just a nihilist.
Well,
Wow.
in this economy.
I know that.
That is really upsetting.
Apparently, he started deleting Andrew's notes too.
It's not just
Come on,
me.
Dan.
Yeah.
On the fly, let's go.
It's
That
not
is.
just me.
Hold on, I'm just going to do one quick check to see if I just put it in the wrong game. Nope, not there either. All right. Wow.
Very professional.
Watch this for the massive dick maneuver where he just whips it all up right now in front of us. None of us knew.
I mean, half of it I'm going to. The other half is going to be trickier. Okay.
I'm gonna have to make notes. I'm slow, so someone else.
Uh,
help me.
So, the first um, the first one that catches your attention as a thing of note is on a single poster. There are multiple pictures. There's a sizable reward attached to it. The reward is listed as 1,500 gold pieces.
1,500.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And the three pictures all look vaguely similar. Some are, one is bearded with short hair, one is long haired and scarred, one is bearded and bald, but they all seem to have very similar facial structure.
So one bearded and bald, one bearded and scarred. What's the third one?
Long hair.
Long hair.
Uh,
Anything else about that one, or just one with long hair?
it's mostly that they all seem to look somewhat disparate, but have very similar like look to them. And it says wanted, Edane Thon, aka Jer Bertio, aka Edmund Wiss, for murder, thievery, and espionage.
Jared Bertio sounds like a jelly bean company.
Kind of does.
Bertio Bassett. The
Very-
Irish.
a very, very evil jelly bean maker.
And the other one that catches your attention looks to be a very young man with long hair. It is offering a 2,000 gold reward and says Tobias Fawn for insurrection, rebellion, and treason.
Ooh, that name sounds familiar.
It does.
Both of those names sound familiar. Tobias, because we met him under Tobias.
Mhm.
Fawn, because that's one of our legendary warriors.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Oh yeah, because that's the one that I heard the spelling wrong and got real country over.
And I'm the one who doesn't take notes.
I just didn't
Yeah,
take the
yeah,
notes
yeah,
about the
whatever.
old people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just all got massively dicks one go. But to be fair,
Yeah.
I did recognise that, but I don't know why. 'cause-
Yeah.
So
Tobias, I recognized. Phone, I didn't know.
I'm
Yeah.
going to read everything I saw out loud. Is anyone with me?
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
Mhm.
Okay, and I'm going to say, well, obviously I recognise Tobias. It seems he's in trouble. Eden Than seems very familiar to me, but I have right now forgotten why. Alexei, you're very good with this. Why do I know him?
That one I'm not sure, but we did not learn Tobias' last name before. That is a name we have heard.
Where did we hear that name again? Because I definitely have. Oh god, go on. See my notes here. No. Oh yeah, Oliver Thun. Yes, cool. Oh, Oliver Thun.
Fawn.
F-A-H-N.
Yeah.
Fawn.
Yeah. Yeah, Thun.
I didn't
yeah.
make the distinction because I realized the other name I said with the other poster had Thawne in it, which sounds vaguely similar, but not the same name.
Yeah. Oh, well, yes. Having consulted my thinking for a moment, that's an interesting familial link.
Duh. But before we linger too long here, shall we go see your
Random point of conjecture. Perhaps if these swords are chosen and they are a bloodline. The fan may be useful for us.
This is certainly something that we can consider, but I don't believe that in the middle of the town square is the place to be discussing this.
Of course. I'm gonna take both of the wanted pictures with me and put them in my satchel.
Question: do any of the wanted posters look or reference to any of us?
They do not.
This far away that quickly would be modern day kind of shit. Like,
You're
I
not
was
actually
watching
that dreadful.
before I met you guys.
I mean, I don't know
Also,
about that one
we
yet.
did kind of fuck over one of the Galbad higher ups, and since the ruler of Baldea is getting in with Galbad, you know, there's no guarantee that he's not
Mhm.
being pissy for Albaz's sake. I mean, Sand Shadow's sake.
I mean, Alibas's sake.
Yeah. As long as
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, okay, right. I'm done here. I'm gonna keep those, especially the. Is there any more for Tobias, or is it just the one?
Just the one.
Okay, I'm keeping it. And at some point, when I've got time, doesn't have to be now, in the next kind of hour or so, when there's like spare moment, I'm gonna like rip it, just throw it away.
Okay.
Wow, Prima's getting seditious. Sedative?
seditious.
Delicious.
Seditious. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for.
I do not think him to be a villain. I feel there is something deeper in there, and I don't think he's a bad man. So I don't think. And also, if we need him, if he's dead, that's bad.
So, but it's a mermaid song, shall we?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm gonna go style it up with my heels, yo.
You guys are
This time, the entrance is going to be me kicking down the door and then waiting for Prima to enter.
Okay. Both of you make performance checks.
I mean, I'm just gonna strut in and like as normal. I'm not doing. I mean, I will do it. Oh, it's not good.
Mine, on the other hand, is very good.
Right. Well, I got an 8, so I'm just gonna walk in.
Mine's a 22.
Alright, so everyone looks with your dramatic kicking in of the door. All heads turn, music stops, and then Prima just kind of nonchalantly walks in without any kind of pomp or circumstance, and everyone just kind of looks really confused and goes back to their drinks.
I'm gonna have my hand up like demurely and like walk in and everyone's looking. I'm gonna go, yes. And then
Prima, we still have to work on your entrances.
it's like
I even set it up perfectly for you.
It's like these mortals haven't ever seen a Warforged. They're not
Well,
that
most of
uncommon.
them haven't, really.
Okay, maybe we are that uncommon. I'm basing purely off conjecture. It's not mortals do. I thought I'd fit in more if I did.
Well, if you're looking to fit in, I think you did alright.
Yes, I don't know if the entrance thing's really my thing.
It might not be your thing, but you need to know how to make an entrance when you need to.
I do. Things burn when they need to. This is my entrance.
And what if you don't want things to burn? You just want to make a statement.
Then I nullify their magic, and other people cause them to die. That's a statement.
While you're having this conversation, the barkeep comes up and looks over and is like, I believe I remember you folks.
You do.
I be First Mate Shockmoth the Dreadful. I know ye've heard of me.
Yes.
Because he met you. He said.
Yeah.
I apologize for my friend.
That's why
His
I
brain
know.
seemed to be quite damaged.
I'm not damaged, Prima. I think you're damaged for suggesting I'm damaged so much.
I mean, I've been alive 3 years, and even I know that's whataboutism.
He goes, can I get you all some food, some drink?
I'll have an ale and the freshest fish you got.
All right. Rooms for the night as well, or
I don't believe so.
I was about to say, it's early morning still, right? It's like,
That's a good point.
no, we just be stopping for some food and drink before continuing on our way. We had such a good time last time we were here. Could we show up for whole time's sake?
I mean, I must inform you that I took your instructions to heart. I mean, not literally, I don't have one, but that was intended to endear you towards me. I told people as far north as the end of this continent about the mermaid song. I don't know how great the advertising effort was, but I will say I did it.
It is true. He did.
Here we go. Well,
No way.
thank you.
That's why the Galbad soldiers are here. We were there. I mentioned it a lot. Maybe they took my recommendation to heart.
As well. I will get you your food. Anyone else? Also the fish?
Fish and berry wine, please.
That is the fish.
Fish and
No,
water.
really.
I'm going to stay sober for visiting family later.
I mean, it's not like you really have to pay for anything. You got an endless bottle of rum.
I do. We are not bringing that out.
I am going to. You said there was music in the place.
Yeah, it's just local musician.
Okay, so I'm gonna. Here we go. I'm gonna be that annoying bitch that I hate. I'm gonna walk up to him and basically get my lute out. I'm gonna start playing along and jamming with him. And I'm gonna have my outfit become really extravagant and try and copy what he's doing and adding to it.
Okay. Make a performance check.
Good God, it's 10.
You're playing decently. You are very unfamiliar with the song this person is playing, so you're having a hard time ad-libbing effectively.
Yeah.
While it is going, they return with steamed whitefish for the table. Total cost is going to be 6 silver.
Shopmo's gonna hand her a gold and tell her, keep the change.
Always so generous.
In fact, I've got it. My outfit's going to be the flashiest mermaid outfit I can think of, including super revealing.
Sixty shoulder off.
Yeah, I'm full on Ariel. It's going to change the color of my hair and everything. The illusion. I'm going for it. It's going to be
Although a starfish bra is definitely a little more in the realm of pasty.
Let's go with that. I like that. Good job.
But it's
Joel.
really weird because starfish have mouths on their.
I'm not going to feel it, mate. I'm literally made of steel.
I'm not saying you're gonna feel
And
it. I'm
even
just
if
saying
you
it's
weren't,
weird.
it might be nice.
Yeah, you don't
It's
know.
been a long quarantine. Might be nice.
Well,
That's
you
gonna
can
take
try it
yeah,
out and
yeah.
let us know.
If we hear you say you've made a beach trip, we know what happened.
Yeah.
I'll be sure to take my ramen.
Just be sure to send us the nudes.
Amazing.
The noodle nudes.
All right.
We really are just a bunch of children today.
Very much so.
Just stay there.
All downhill from here.
All right, but
I think for some people it's uphill. What?
the people seem to overall enjoy the performance. There's no booze or anything, but It's definitely not getting people any riled up or any.
I mean, there's no booze. It's a bar.
Ambient background. You all are able to enjoy your meal. It is delicious as it was last time you visited.
Excellent.
Saris El Golem continues to prepare wonderful food.
After we're done eating, Shepma is going to regale the crowd of some of the tales of daring do that we have done since the last time we were here.
Okay. Which tales are these?
Let's see. We don't have a lot of time, so we'll go with the elemental fights when we faced off against the wizard in his tower, and the flight from Coeli's village to not King's Rest. Is it King's Rest?
Yeah.
Hey, I got something right first time. Let's go.
Coeli is, of course, providing performance backup.
Yeah, I'm gonna play alongside as well. I'm
Okay.
still looking like a really sexy mermaid.
Make your performance check for your storytelling.
Oof. Oof.
Does he get advantage?
Like I said, D20s hate me. That is a 10 on the
Since they're
performance check.
specifically helping you, I will let you roll again for advantage.
That was with advantage.
Oh, okay.
I rolled a 2 and a 7.
Nice.
Total of 10.
Okay. Some people seem to be paying attention. Most people don't seem very interested.
You know what? That's fair. At least as long as some of them listen to us, our name will get out there. Here's the
Also,
question. Do we know of the name that you told me of yet, or no?
The name?
Yes.
Oh, no.
Okay. I was gonna say you told me outside of campaign. I don't know if we've learned about it in campaign yet.
Nope, definitely has not come up. You left and have. This is your first time back anywhere near that area.
Well, I have fear inside of me, so let's continue. Is his name Terence Patrick Killingham?
No.
For the old TPK.
What have you guys got on your plans next?
So Fern, do you think he can lead us through the forest?
Yeah. I think that I know it well enough to cut through. I do want to give my family a warning that we are coming.
That seems like a good idea. Our party is a little shocking if you don't know what to look for.
Yes, we also
I
need to
detect
prepare different type of food.
There was actually no pun intended there.
You may not
I
like.
realized what I said after I
don't
said
know.
it.
Sure.
Quelly, you may like the food. Berries, nuts, and worms, I'm sure.
Excellent.
Slimy yet satisfying.
So are you going to?
Yeah. I would like to get to the forest edge and try to communicate with a squirrel.
Okay. It
And-
is not too hard for you to find a squirrel.
Yeah, I just want to ask them, because if they were familiar with the area of the forest in which my family lives, I'm sure I know the exact thing, but kind of describe that area. And ask to say that Fern is coming home with friends from the adventures that they sent on, but I also very quietly, to try making my group not hear, say, just be a little cautious. It seems that danger follows us around.
Okay. Make
In a very like
make an animal handling check.
yes. 21.
Okay. You think you can trust this squirrel to follow your directions.
Awesome.
It kind of looks at all of you, kind of chirps, and then scurries off into the forest and up a tree and disappears.
All right. Well, do we want to start heading into the woods?
Question for the DM. The entire. So I don't know if you remember this, but at one point, Shakma and Coeli picked up some pine cones back before we took our boat ride.
Yeah.
Shakma would have been polishing the pine cone the entire time. Is it?
Make a nature check to see how efficiently you could polish pine cones.
Okay, make that an advantage since Smelly would be helping.
So, are you helping him polish his, or were you also polishing yours? Because you both found pine cones.
I'm not gonna
Sometimes
say
you
it
got-
is since I don't have one, but
We're actually 12. We are actually 12.
Sometimes you
only
gotta
take
get
the
to
one.
Anthony, you know what I mean?
Carly will probably be polishing her own pine cone, like in a polishing way with Shakma.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you could each roll individually your nature
Okay.
checks to polish your own pine cone.
My
You
nature
said
check
it
is
Yes.
mine's a dirty 20.
Mine's a 15.
Yeah, it is.
Absolutely lewd 20.
Okay. You both feel that you've done a pretty good job. They're looking quite nice. Shockwell, you've managed to achieve a little
Oh,
bit more
God.
of a sheen to yours, but they both look well polished.
Yeah, you should have more practice, that's all it is. You'll catch up.
Sorry for the outburst. My cat got the zoomies. It was really loud. Mm.
This is gonna be a long night. I can already tell.
No, it'll probably work its way out, maybe.
Nah, it's gonna be long and it's gonna be hard.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm sorry. Also, not sorry.
I feel like I'm the one that started this, so I'm the one that has to probably actually be sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, everything was going fine and we were on target. I knew exactly what I was doing and wasn't making any shit jokes. And then you started noshing off a bunch of noodles and it's all gone completely downhill from there.
Ugh.
So
This is
anyway.
a lovely forest fern. Yeah,
It's a what forest?
lovely.
It is a very lovely forest. There are a lot of little homes here that you may not be able to see, but it is a very rich forest.
I see.
With
I see.
abundance of life.
Many of my people don't appreciate the forest. They feel it closing in on them, threatening. But there's,
Don't your people live in caves?
exactly. And how many trees do you see in caves?
Hey, but I feel like caves are smaller than the forest. Like, there's so much space up there. Look at all the space.
Have you never seen a cavern? Because there is a lot of space in caverns.
So how are you guys making your way through the forest? Just all of you like in a big bunch? Are you like, marching in a line?
I'm probably
Uh,
confidently up front.
Yeah.
I am
I will follow-
also behind
follow
Fern,
behind.
but
I will follow
Alright.
behind
Totally
in the middle Because last time I was at the back, I got.
I was going to say, based on the last time we were in a line, Shockmon will be at the back.
Coeli will be kind of like, flying pretty low, but she'll be like kind of weaving in between trees and stuff.
Okay.
Doing bird things.
Yeah.
Doing
Hashtag
bird
just bird. Hashtag just bird things.
Also,
I can't talk
For
right
my-
now. I'm doing bird shit.
for my illusion to
Please don't. That's an
I have to
absolutely
let-
massive.
I have to let go of the loot in order for the illusion to dispel, and I would like to think that I haven't yet, so I still look like a cartoon mermaid.
Okay. So as you guys are making your way through the forest, it's very lovely, pretty thick foliage around. You can hear the various sounds of the woods around you. And as you're making your way deeper and deeper in the woods, you then hear a loud crack of wood snapping.
Do we know the direction? Or
Yes, it is coming from up ahead of you.
okay. Is that something that you were expecting?
Yeah, is it a familiar noise to me? Is that one of those like scuttle? Can I sort of get is it a light footprint, footstep, or any of that kind of pick up from that?
Make a perception check.
Nope. Oh wow, actually, it's still terrible, but 8. It's not as bad as it was.
Okay. You're not able to identify as anything particular, but you can tell from the sheer volume of it that it was something very large snapping.
That was
Then
going to
I'm
be my
gonna
question.
go with no. It is not something that I would be expecting. So I'll stop at that point. If I hear something right in front of me, I kind of do a not a gnome type
Okay,
of pause.
I'm going to sling my loot, dispelling my illusion, and my staff comes out, and I'm gonna hold it ready.
Okay.
We should investigate a sound that large.
Agreed.
Even if we don't end up in a fight, at least we know what it is and whether to avoid it or to assist it.
Yes, I agree, but I'm probably not the one who should be discerning what it is.
Coeli's gonna be hovering, kind of like next to / above the group, and can say I can fly ahead and check it out if you guys want me to, or I can carry Fern with me.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll go
alright.
with you.
Yes, if you both go, then you can fly back if things go wrong.
Yeah, because I'll
You
at least
can
see
get
if
ready.
it's something I recognize.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna hover above Fern, talons out, ready to like pick her up.
Okay. And then you're just going to fly ahead, or are you trying to be sneaky?
Yeah, I mean we'd probably try to be at least a little bit sneaky.
Okay.
We're not gonna go flying directly into branches and boughs and.
Make a stealth check.
Aw, come on.
Ooh, that's not very promising.
It's not a natural 1, but it's a 10.
Was it a
Okay.
natural 2?
It was a 7.
Okay, so the other
bad.
the other 3 of you are kind of just standing back and waiting.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we'll be on our guard, but
Okay.
we would be waiting for them to get back.
So you two fly on ahead a little bit, making your way around trees. The first thing you hear as you get a bit farther up is you hear a deep, throaty laugh. As you get a bit closer, you see a figure, humanoid in shape, but looks to be about 12, 15 feet tall.
I hate the phrase humanoid in shape.
definitely
would
not a no, huh?
bipedal be better?
Definitely not a no. I mean, it looks like a person. It's just a 15-ish foot tall person. Um, you might say it is a giant person.
Is it a giant?
If he's 15 foot tall, I think it's a safe bet.
And it seems to be kind of lumbering about and having a laugh as it is snapping over various trees.
No.
You just signed your death warrant. Fern, the killing machine, is about to engage.
Like, no.
Oh my goodness, this we might actually have a David versus Goliath little bit here. Fern versus the giant.
I need the kill to be done with the stone. We need it for biblical reasons.
And guess what Fern's known for? Whetstone.
Perfect.
So,
Coelho's gonna kind of do like a circle around bit,
okay.
and ask Fern if she wants to investigate more. Head back to the group.
I would like to head back to the group and let them know what's going on. That could have been someone's home that giant just snapped.
All right, back we go. Woo!
Okay, you make your way back.
I shoot her on the way in. I'm
All right, make an attack roll.
Yeah,
Not again.
it's a habit now.
I'd like to use a reaction to make an Arcana check.
Yeah.
Oh, and you have a wand now. Oh no. What have I done?
So obviously I'm not shooting her. Just clearing that up. Because there was quiet. I was like, you guys waiting for me to roll? Because I'm not.
No.
Yeah,
You might not be shooting her, but she is making that Arcana check.
definitely.
So, what did you find up there? Anything we should be concerned about?
Yes.
There is
There
this
is-
big giant.
It is destroying the trees
Line of
in this
inquiry.
beautiful forest.
What is a small giant?
Well, I think that's just a tall person. I think that's just a tall person.
Yeah, one could perhaps say Sonia when she does that magical thing that she does. Not that magical thing, the other magical thing.
Isn't she about 15 feet tall when she does that? She wouldn't be a.
No,
Yeah,
I think
she'd
we're
be
at
like
the
she'd be
10
like 10.
Yeah.
But does that make her a giant? Do you know, I am going to stop this line of thinking before I start to say things and confuse myself. I'm done with this. Are we
It does
fighting
make her
this giant?
technically speaking large.
I mean, if you're looking for an actual term, they are classified as huge.
Oh,
That
I
was-
think classified as huge. Or, like giants in general, or Sonya when she grows.
She's large.
Okay.
Even then, I wasn't asking that. I'm terminating my line of inquiry on this. I don't need to think about it right now. I'm going to get into classifications of mortal units, and then it's going
Right,
to
so,
knock over another tree.
Are we killing this thing or not?
Are we,
need to
Fern?
Stop it from doing what it's doing. I want
We
to,
gotta
at least, at the very
killing it.
least, confront.
Like,
Have you ever heard
member
the
of
story?
that list.
Have you ever heard the story of Star Wars?
No, either of you. It doesn't exist here.
It's a double reference right there. I'm kind of proud of that one.
When that blade singer named Luke Starshatter brought down an evil empire.
Cloud Runner, Sun Trotter.
Where is this giant? We should engage it. I'm going to also move into a tactical position, so if
Well,
they
I
lead
imagine it'd be that
off
way.
to the left, I mean,
Uh.
evidently, but we have actual reconnaissance that lets us lead it. I'm going to start casting more illusions to test your brain soon. I'm worried it's broken beyond all repair.
I mean, you're the one that asked where it was. I said it'd be that way. Where the sound came from.
I'm just going to quickly, and in front of him as well, summon a crystal illusion on the floor. Just be like, look at that and tell me what you feel.
I just saw you cast a spell, Prima.
Okay, it's not that bad damage yet. Okay, good. He's still functional. Let's go.
So Fern, you want to confront this guy, right?
Yes.
So I think just a thought, if we want to avoid a fight, we can hang back, like just not back, but just a little back so it doesn't seem so threatening. But I will stay up in the tree line where I can see you, so if shit goes sideways, I'll come in and grab you.
Okay.
Also, Shockmaw is going to set up. I'm gonna set up a tripwire too. And he starts. He like kind of takes a look at Fern, looks at some trees, and then makes the rope where Fern can run underneath it.
Okay.
I'm gonna, now that we're engaging a giant, because we're going to engage a giant, and I'm pretty certain we're going to end up fighting it, because talking to people is something that frequently goes wrong. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to stand off to the left and about 100 feet back from wherever the giant is, so puts me in range, but I'm going to be back.
You have no faith in Fern's environmental passive aggression?
I have so much faith in Fern, but there is 4 other people with Fern, and we're not you. You're just the best of us.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I think you are all overlooking one thing, and that is the fact that I am going with Fern.
And you're really heavily armed and armored, and it's a giant.
I will not have my hammer out.
It's okay.
Sure.
I'm simply going to do what I do.
Well, in
Right.
that case, Shockmaw will make the trip line so where whichever one is taller between Fern and Alexi.
Lexi.
I'm assuming it's Alexi, but yes,
It is me.
can go underneath it.
And Coeli will remind Alexi, assuming that Alexi does in fact already know, if shit goes sideways, I can't grab you both, and I'm gonna grab Fern.
It is fully understandable, and that's what I would expect. I can. You haven't noticed I can hold my own.
Also,
I have noticed.
while we do this,
Just
while we
wanted
do
to check.
I'm going to do 2 things. Before we go, I place my hand on Alexi's shoulder,
Mm.
and my eyes, like the clock symbols, appear in my eyes, and they go green, and then you basically feel like you're getting like tougher with like more resolve, as like this energy pours into you, and like these little like shapes appear. So you now gain 5 additional health, like bonus health.
Temporary
Whatever
HP.
that's called, yeah.
Spasibo.
And you get maximum hit points increased by 5. Sorry, so it's not temporary. Is it temporary? I don't know. But you get 5. You whatever your thing is now. You've got 5 more. Your temporary hit point maximum.
All right.
Increased. And remember, grab yourself 2d8.
Okay.
Those you can use. I'm going to go ahead and mark them off now. So you can use those to mitigate damage that you take. You can choose when and if and how much of it you use, but basically you now have an arcane ward, and
Okay.
you get that until I long rest. Because Fern's getting out there, you won't. So let's make sure you come back.
All right.
Okay.
Spasibo.
I'm going to stand in a mostly non-threatening way, but as soon as we get to see that giant, I'm not going closer than 100 feet, and if I have to prepare an action, I'm preparing an action.
Okay. So with that, Alexi and Fern make their way ahead.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh.
You guys walk out, past under the tripwire, past the trees, and a bit ahead to the clearing where you can see the large figure just kind of looking like he's having a grand old time amidst the forest. And he kind of looks down at you and looks confused for a moment.
I am going to say in both Common and Gnomish, what are you doing? Like, people will live here, like, in a very frantic manner, like, you put upon to as loud as I can, because I'm not sure how much will hear or she.
He looks at you very confused and proceeds to speak in a language you don't understand. He kind of goes on for a little bit. You can't really make out what he's saying. He kind of gives a big at the end of it.
Then I point at a tree and then do a dramatic cry.
Make a persuasion check.
7.
Oh
Does
no.
not work.
Oh no.
So as you do that dramatic cry, he looks confused, and then it looks like something dawns on him, and he raises his club.
Okay.
And everyone can roll initiative.
Okay, you're fired.
Yep.
I'm about to put this guy in jail too.
Yeah, this is like my Coeli dice, and it's not doing good for me.
I
You
got
know
a
what?
new
Where,
bag.
where,
It's
where
last
is that
play.
cup that I used for dice jail? Come here, dice jail cup. I'm about to break it back out.
32. Alexi,
13.
Shakma. We'll come back to him. Coeli,
9.
Fern,
8.
Shakma,
Almost.
Shakma.
Nope.
He's almost got it.
Nothing.
So close.
There we go.
Shakma.
8.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's
rolled
right.
I rolled a 3.
I rolled a natural
You-
1, and then
You all rolled
I rolled a
very
natural
poor.
1. Then I tested my other dice, rolled a natural 1. Then I rolled my dice again, rolled a natural 1.
Holy shit.
Before I rolled that natural 1, I rolled the dice on the side of the table and it didn't go in, so I don't count it. That was a natural 1 as well. 4 out of 4 natural 1s.
Hey, I rolled a 12, which is perfectly acceptable.
Okay.
yeah, acceptable, not great.
So,
Beat all y'all.
He's not
he's
wrong.
gonna go
Fair, but we rolled shit,
first.
so it's not saying much.
He's going to run up to Fern and Alexi. And he's gonna swing his club at Fern.
Rude as hell.
What a dick.
First attack will be an 11.
No. Yes.
So he swings, but she's so small, it swings right past her and slams into the tree next to her. He looks a bit confused and tries to swing again,
He had a tree.
getting a 10. This time it misses you and slams into the ground next to you, spewing up dirt.
I was very distressed about him hitting the tree again. Also, I'm happy he didn't hit me, but still.
That is what matters.
It is.
There we go. There's my token. You hear footsteps amongst the brush.
Mm-mm.
Oh no. No. No, 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 no.
Are
And
they
Bad
holding
Andrew.
princess?
and coming from the side, you see a very large boar bearing down through the forest. It's trying to
Now,
get
where is
to
Astrotun when you need him?
there.
Needs to get power mode.
And that will be Alexi's turn.
Grab that boar and fucking hit the giant with the boar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
the-
goat wrangling for all their princess.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I'm going. So is that that's a 3x3 creature? Yes.
He is.
Also known as huge tall.
I will. Make my way around, never leaving threat range. And
Tap on your left foot. Don't forget.
I will cast as a bonus action, as I will be drawing my maul as I move. Use a bonus action to cast Thunderous Smite. And have a swing.
Hello?
Well, I'm rolling that with advantage because I am flanking, yes?
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. It turns into a 25.
That will hit.
Alright, so those are what damage. I'm going to also go ahead and smite with a second level spell slot.
Okay.
It's on this
That
boy.
is 10, 20, 33, 36 damage.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have assumed the gender. Is it a he giant or a she giant?
It does appear to be a he giant.
Okay.
And that is everything that the bear has to do. For now.
Okay. You only have the one attack?
Oh, no, you're right. I have two.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's an 18 to hit.
That will hit.
Alright. We are not smiting on this one. We're just hitting for 12.
Alright. Alright, that will make it Coelli's turn.
Alright, Coeli is going to fly down and grab Fern as the action, and then with the
Okay.
bonus action, use that Tempestuous Magic to get them out of there without an opportunity attack.
Do you have to cast a spell to use Tempestuous Magic?
No, I just read it.
Hmm.
Just says as a bonus action.
Okay.
Immediately before or after you cast a spell to first level or higher.
I just read that, and it did not say that.
It's the end of the sentence.
Okay. Well, I'm still gonna get out of there, so whatever.
Yeah, because you can get to a position where you're not in its melee range, and since she is being forcibly removed, she doesn't suffer an opportunity attack because she is
Mhm.
not choosing to leave.
Yeah,
There.
so. Boing!
All right. We'll say you can get it to like there. That will make it Fern's turn.
I am going to, for my action, I'm trying to find.
You are currently being suspended by a Aarakocra friend.
Ooh, that's even better. So I actually kind of want to cast speak with animals. So when I get to a close shouting range, oops, I can maybe communicate with that said boar.
Okay.
And as always, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast some magic stone to get them prepared.
Okay.
Maybe. Hey, boar. Start getting attention. Just shout it. See from here.
Hey, boar.
Okay. Fern starts shouting at the boar.
No
Oh.
Hey.
bugs.
Hey, you! Hey!
Hey,
That will
I'm
make it-
familiar looking.
And that was a better New York accent than you did the entirety of Crash Bandicoot.
That will make it Shockmaw's turn.
Alright, Shotwell's going to dive. Oh, I should make it to where I can move. To dive roll over the tripwire.
Interesting you would choose to go
Over?
over.
I guess under would be better. I guess he would slide under, yeah.
Because it's like 4 feet up in the air, I would assume
Yeah.
you're going under.
Yeah. We'll slide under. We'll do like a baseball slide under. You want me to roll for that, or is that just good?
No, you can go under, that's fine.
And then we're going to attack this boy.
Okay.
I believe that's a dirty 20. Let me make sure.
It's anywhere close to a dirty 20, you hit.
That's a 22.
You hit.
Uh, 10 slashing. Oh, hold on. 15 slashing damage.
Okay. He's looking kind of rough.
Then we're gonna bonus action hit him with a claw.
Alright.
It's a 17 on a die, so that probably
That hits.
That's just a d4. 4 damage.
Tries to slice him with your sword and then come back and dig your claws across his leg, and he howls in pain. Prima, you're up.
How damaged is he looking? Like, is he looking bloody?
He's looking pretty hurt. He's looking pretty hurt. He's bleeding pretty profusely. He's taking some slashes and some hits from a big maul.
Alright, you know what? We're not gonna blow big, complicated spells on this guy. We are gonna give him. Right, he just gets. Do I get advantage because he's engaged?
If you're making a ranged attack roll, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, let's just do that. Alright, that's an 18 on the dice, so it hits. I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yep, cool. And then 2d10. It's firebolt, by the way, so the arm goes up, and the hand disappears, and just a bolt comes out. That is 13 fire damage.
Okay. Alright. Anything else?
For me, no, I said I would be moved like almost 100 feet back from that guy, so I moved
Oh.
to make sure I
Yeah.
was.
Gotcha.
I
You,
can't
you're
see
off the
100
map,
feet
and I was like, did you mean to
Yeah.
be out there?
Yeah, I 100%. I said I would have done for this fight where I would have been really far back from everyone to not
Prima
provoke.
is the artillery this fight. Yeah.
I'm always the artillery. It's what I do. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I'm probably going to end up taking the spell sniper feet at some point, so I can be 500 feet away from them.
How was that fight with the spiders where, she was in melee range with a spider?
Yeah, hated it. Was not good. Yeah, that is everything from me for this turn.
Alright. Back to the top of the round. Barreling through the underbrush, off to your right.
There's another one.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. There's a tribe of them, right? Next turn is the big one.
And he's gonna attack Shockmaw.
Not the boar? I
Well,
wonder
then-
why.
The boar's a pet.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So that's
It's the I wonder why.
it's a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. That
That is going to be 14 bludgeoning damage.
I'm gonna use my reaction to half that.
Okay, so he swings down and you kind of move with it, and it just kind of jars you, still pretty roughly, but doesn't take you off your feet. His second attack is a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And that is going to be 16 bludgeoning damage.
I should have that.
So that the club comes back around, and you hear a solid crunch as it slams into Shakma's body. The injured one is going to turn around at the little shiny man that hurt it real bad.
Gigonski suke.
That is going to be a 15 to hit with the first swing.
Does not. Everything hits me and that doesn't.
And a 12 with the second. Apparently, this giant just can't hit. His friend, much better than him. This giant,
Yeah,
not so
fuck
good.
his friend.
I would prefer not to.
Prefer not
We're
to.
12. We're
But-
12. All of us are 12.
The boar is then gonna go.
Ugh.
Don't forget your D8s.
Trust me, I'm not. There.
And the boar is going to attempt to tusk Alexi.
Alright.
That is going to be a 18 to hit.
Does hit.
And that is going to be 20 slashing damage.
20 slashing damage. Conveniently, it's only going to be 10 slashing damage because I'm resistant thanks to the elemental shard. I will use one of the arcane ward d8s. Do I have? Can I then subsequently use the other arcane ward d8 if I don't like this roll?
Oh, now that I don't know, and let me find out for you. I think Andrew can tell you, but it says, where is it? Bastion of Law. As an action, you can expend 1 to 5 sorcery points. We don't need to talk about that. 30 feet to me, you were. Lasting until I finish a long rest where I use this feature again. Ward is represented by D8. It's normal to equals. When warded creature takes damage, it can spend a number of those dice, roll them, and reduce the damage taken by the total roll on those dice.
Okay.
It doesn't
So no,
say, but I would
that-
assume no.
Yeah, it's just
no.
you pick and then you reduce.
Alright, well, it's going to be down to 8 from that solid 2 on
Oh
the die.
no. Oh no.
All right.
Still, that's a solid reduction from 20 to 8.
Yes. And 5 of those were soaked by temporary HP.
Oh, yeah. Good job, spell slots.
I will also use my reaction to deal 10 fire damage back to it. Or not 10, d10 fire damage. 7 fire damage back to it.
All right. And also, with all of this as well, I need you to make a strength saving throw.
Alright. That's a 24.
Okay, so the boar comes charging up, rams its head into you. The tusks slash across your armor, but you basically hold firm
Yeah.
and push it back off of you.
Yo, this is
Yeah, come on.
the goat farming from Skyward Sword.
Alexi, it is your turn.
Alright.
Someone's dead.
And it's not going to be me yet.
Yet.
I mean, those guys hit you hard and bounced off you, so I think we're fine.
No, only one of them hit me once.
Yeah. They dumped 20 damage into you and did what, 3 in the end? So I wouldn't worry about it.
Yes, I've taken 3 HP damage.
Yeah. My maths is good. Finally.
Go ahead and swing with the maul. Don't have it. Yeah, I'm gonna keep fighting.
You
Keep
do have
attacking.
advantage.
Yeah, keep the.
Yeah.
Going with the advantage. That's a dirty 20 to hit,
That'll hit.
and I'll use a first level spell slot for the smite.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's 29 damage.
Okay, the maul comes down, a flash of blinding light as he smashes clean through its leg. It bends at a completely wrong angle. The beast lets out a groan and crashes to the ground, not moving.
So just so everyone knows, that was a 5, 6, 7, 8 roll on 2d6, 2d8. So yeah. Then second attack without advantage is going to swing at 4.
Okay.
That's a 10.
That will miss.
It did a little slide on 18 and ticked over to 4.
Oh no, too much friction.
Anything else? Bonus action?
Yes.
Okay. Coeli, you are up.
Alrighty, let's see. I am going to fly. Ow, ow, ow.
Are you letting Fern go, or are you taking her with you?
I'm taking her with me.
Okay.
So we'll fly like a little bit closer, but definitely kind of, not like at eye level, just maybe 10 feet out of his swoop range.
Okay.
And use my Wand of Winter to cast Ice Storm.
Alright.
That's a dex.
Do I see a wand come out?
Make a perception check.
I mean, I'm not going to if that's what it is. 15.
You definitely notice that she's pulling out a wand. You probably can't identify which one it is, but she definitely pulled something out, pointed, and this happens.
Interesting.
Where
Right,
do
back
you
its
put
turn.
this 20-foot radius?
With the up giant in the center.
Okay, because it will affect everyone in it.
Oh, okay, never mind. That's right, shock wand right there. Alright, so
Hey.
Since when have you cared about killing party members with wands?
when it's you and not Forboth, alright, so
Oh no.
if we can move it like
No
diagonal
offense.
about there is fine.
Okay. So that's going to be a dexterity saving throw.
Yes.
Hold on, I gotta buy a plane ticket to be Sam's second real quick.
He gets a 17.
He makes it, so let's
Oh,
see,
no, wait,
I
sorry, a
rolled-
16. I was looking at the board. He gets a 16.
Still makes it. The DC was 15.
Okay.
I rolled a 7 and a 4, so someone who's better at math than me, half
11.
that.
5.
Did you roll your bludgeoning and your cold damage?
Oh no, I think I just rolled one of them. Hang on.
It's 2d8 bludgeoning, 4d6 cold.
Yeah, then I only rolled the bludgeoning
Okay, so
dice. The D6 dice. Hang on, sorry. You said 46, yeah? Yeah, there
Yep.
it is. Alright, so the cold is 5, plus 4 is 9, plus 2 is 11, plus 2 is 13.
So not to be that guy, but Shockmaw Square is kind of within that circle. Do I need to make a check?
She was trying to put it so he's not, like...
Okay.
She specifically said that she was just trying to get him in it.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of bringing it up.
Yeah.
But
So if you hadn't been that guy, I was going to be that guy. And
So that's going to be a total of
So it was
24 total, 12 is half.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thanks, Tim.
No problem.
Had some damages.
All right. Anything else, Coeli?
Nope, that's it. I'm just gonna hover. Why are you like this?
Shut up, cat.
And Fern, you are up.
Fern would first like to shout at Boar that I have a pocket full of acorns if the boar will assist us. Just shouting that out there.
Okay. Make a persuasion check.
Yes. It's probably gonna be terrible, but 15.
Okay. We'll call that your bonus action because that wasn't a lot to shout. So I'll say that'll just be your bonus action to shout, "Boar, I have a pocket full of acorns."
Yeah, that is. And then I am just going to. I've got a pocket full of rocks and acorns. I'm gonna throw a rock at this giant.
Okay.
Where did it go? There it is. Natural 20, so 26.
That will hit. So you get to do double dice.
All right. So for
Trying for David and Goliath moment. I think you may have done it too soon.
I did. So for one of it, it's 6, and the other one 7.
Okay, so and then you add your spell modifier.
Or it's already that was already added in.
Oh, okay.
Does it need to be just once?
Yeah, you
Is
had,
it
you had
minus
the
three?
you had, you
Minus
had the
three out of
modifier
that.
once.
Okay. So 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total.
Okay, there we
Sorry.
go. Boom! Rock goes firing out of your hand and bounces off his head.
Boar, it's either rocks or acorns, man. Just stay with me.
Next up is Shotma.
He's gonna do his, roguey attack thing. Fortunately, I don't get advantage on this one. That's an 18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh no. I rolled a 6 and 3 1s on that damage. 14 slashing damage.
All right. You gouge out a portion of him with your sword.
And then he's gonna yell, "Come at me, ye lily livered scum!" And then dive roll back across the rope.
Okay.
There.
And you're doing your rakish whatever so that it can't attack you as you leave.
Yes.
Okay.
Alternatively, I could use a bonus action to disengage. Either way, it can't
Also
attack
true.
me.
32, you're up.
It's not engaged, is it?
It is not.
Okay. In which case, how hurt's it looking? Like, again, super hurt or reasonable?
Kinda hurt.
Kinda hurt. And where does it look like his attention is? Does it look like he's going to go after Sharp, or does it look like he's going to go for Alexi?
It's hard to say. He's a bit confused as to him, little blue man just kind of Errol Flynn away from him, and he's kind of like, "Ooh," while it's also hailing in the middle of a forest. He looks a little bit disoriented and looking like he's lacking a plan.
Got you. All right. So I'm just going to. He's probably. I'm going to aim. My hand turns into a dish and point it opposite, where because he's looking all confused, right? So I'm going to drop an illusion of Shockmore, like outside of his vision, right there, but engaged with him, and it's gonna shout in Shockmore's voice. It's gonna shout, "Over here, you scurvy dog!" And then it's gonna be there, looking like it's gonna fight him.
That's minor illusion.
Yep. But like when he's like going, "What? Where?" and like,
So it's a
what's going
sound or an image.
"Oh, is it? Okay. Goddamn. Okay, fine. That kind of ruins that. I need him to pay attention to the image. Okay, I'm going to drop it just outside his eye line, and then when he looks back, it's going to be there for him."
Okay.
You
Doing
could.
sassy snap.
You could hear me out here. You could use one minor illusion to cast
It's an action.
the image, and then use some sorcery points to cast another minor image for the sound.
Am I allowed to do that, though? Can I cast the same spell twice?
Yeah.
Alright, they're spending a lot of sorcery points on that. He's going to sell it, though, so yeah, let's do it. I'm doing that.
Okay.
So, and then he's going to say, there's 2 more points gone. He's going to say, I'm going to go Irish because I can't do your accent because it's weird. I'm just going to go, "Over here, you scurvy dogs," like that, because he's from he's from
Over here, you scurvy dogs.
Perfect
He's
shot.
from the south. He's from the south of Ireland when I do him. It's a bit different. So when I was planning to do my Dragonborn pirate, I also wanted to do an Irish accent, but mine was a bit softer than yours.
You're assuming I can do an Irish accent.
That's a pretty bold assumption of you.
And what is your spell DC?
Aren't Irish and Indian.
It is 16.
Okay.
I mean, they do both start the same with the letter I.
Not wrong.
Mine was
Yeah, so same.
mine was going to be a slick talking gunslinger.
Right, mate.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's your whole turn.
You fucking
Uh,
so.
So it is the giant's turn. For his first action, he is going to attack the fake shot law. His club. Actually, we're gonna roll to hit. We're gonna see if he can even hit this thing first. Oh yeah, he splats right through what would be shot law. He goes through the dead center of the illusion, slamming into the ground. And he kind of stops, looks at the club, and then turns. And let's see. So this is going to be difficult terrain, but he can still do it. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god, get up. Alright, there we go. He is going to make his way over to Alexei
Yay!
and try his other attack on Alexei.
Fantastic. That's fantastic.
That will be a 25 to hit.
Yes.
But it's okay because everyone's appreciation, the natural 20 he rolled earlier was used on the illusion.
Yeah.
I think that's what you were doing when you did it. You say, "Oh yeah, he goes straight down the middle." And I literally just burned a crit. I'm so happy with that spell.
And there's going to be 18 bludgeoning damage.
Alright. I don't have resistance to that.
These guys don't fuck about, Jesus.
But I will use my elemental shard reaction.
Okay.
And you can reduce that by a d8.
You're right, I can't reduce that by a d8, which I will do. That was an 8. Hot damn.
So 10 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, we're at the top of the new round. So.
Yep.
so 5 damage back.
All right. The fire burns back out as it slams in your form, and he kind of goes to bat at it. That will end his turn. Boar is going to attack you.
Acorns didn't work.
You
Uh,
tried. You gave it a good go.
with an 18 to hit.
Yep.
And that is going to be 11 slashing damage.
Alright, reduced to 6, 5. I never remembered that.
5.
Alright.
That will end its turn. Alexi, it's your turn.
Okay. I will go ahead and swing at the giant. I appreciate the competition a little more, but I think this is more my size. It's a 20 to hit, dirty,
Definitely hits.
and 11 damage.
All right.
And second attack is a 12 to hit.
That will not. You summoned the giant, right?
Yeah.
That will not hit.
Alright. Yeah, and that'll be that.
All right. Coeli, you are up.
How's this giant looking?
Storm goes away. Giant is starting to look rough.
I'm gonna go ham. Lightning bolt.
All right. I assume you're firing it so it will not pass into Alexi.
Yes. Let's
Okay,
see.
but you're not going ham because that precludes you from hitting the boar.
So I was gonna fly up and then kind of fire it down at the giant.
I was about to say, how
Can I start
big is
with
this
you?
boar? Because depending on the angle she's at, she could potentially hit the giant and the boar and go over Alexi's head.
Well,
Do you want to
the
drop me in the
problem,
limb?
the problem with that is that it is a line that will. So I don't really want to set the forest ablaze.
In theory, you
Yes.
could actually hit both without hitting Alexi.
Yeah.
But would I set the forest on fire?
Nah. Magic is surprisingly not very environmentally damaging unless you're like setting off fireballs in dry wood.
The spell does say that things catch fire.
Yeah, same with firebombs and fireball. They just ignite stuff all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
What? Fire lights things on fire? What?
Yeah,
You
but
say
Magic
it's
in
too
other
much,
games
I
doesn't,
will-
but in this game, no, it does.
Plant growth and help encourage. I'll have to do it anyways because it's already just ritual.
So are you opting to do the firing it straight down on just the giant?
Yeah, unless you promise me I won't set the forest, then I'll go ahead and do the boar as well.
Yeah, I mean, you can have both.
All right, we'll go for both. Why not?
Okay.
8d6. I love this guy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we have create water somewhere as well between one of our mini casters.
I do not.
So that's going to be dex saves.
It's a cleric spell, isn't it? Druid, probably.
I think there are quite a few classes that had access to it.
So that's going to be a 14 save for the giant
That meets it. I'm pretty sure.
and a 16 save for the boar.
Yeah, 14 is the save. So.
Okay.
The total rolled is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Okay, so
I don't have that.
so that's going to be...
Oh.
Well,
Your spell save is only 14?
On that one, yeah. It's 15 on the wand and 14 on everything else.
so your spellcasting modifier is +3.
Uh-huh.
Need to get that charisma up.
I know. If only I weren't such a smart bird.
Alright, so lightning zaps through both of them. Lightning dances over their skin. The lightning bolt slams into a tree harmlessly. Well, not harmlessly, there's still a zap, but nothing ignites.
I want the water in it to do the big explosion that they do.
That leaves us to Burn.
So they're both still standing.
They are both still standing.
So,
All right. Well, while I'm
Aiden
still-
Goliath this bitch.
Yeah, we're gonna. I'll do that. I'll first throw magic one of my other 3 stones. That will be 24.
That will hit.
All right. Five damage.
5 damage. Alright.
And then for my bonus action, Alexi, how are you feeling?
Not too bad.
Not too bad, so you're good.
No?
Yeah,
All right.
that bastion and that stone have put in some work.
Yeah.
Yes, they have.
Well, not quite. I don't think I.
yeah, how much
Shotgun,
damage are you
taken any
supposed to
damage?
have taken?
Let's see, 22 or 2018.
A bunch is the
Mhm.
answer.
38, 49. Supposed to have taken 49, and I have lost 18 HP.
Wow, you are tough.
What was the question, Burn?
Oh, I was asking Shakmar, are you good? I was going to use healing word, but if you're not hurting, then. there's
Shocklaw
no-
is not bloodied.
All right, then I'm just going to use, since it's a cantrip anyways, cast, so I don't have to for my bonus action. Just get some more stones in play.
You did see him take a pretty hefty hit, but he's seeming alright.
Okay, I'm good. I'm good. All right, I'll just get the next 3 stones on reserve.
Alright. Shocklaw, you're up.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Is this technically flanking with Alexi?
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
assuming yes, but I want to confirm.
Yep.
We're gonna attack.
Boa.
So close to a 20. 27.
Hits.
There we go. There's the damages. 21 slashing damage.
Holy moly.
Okay.
A
Gee.
resounding hit. You definitely struck a major artery. It is bleeding profusely and looking very much in pain and weakening.
We're going to bonus action attack it again.
Go ahead.
16.
Hits.
Good thing I got advantage because one of those was a 1.
That's how I felt about like my first 3 attack rolls.
2 slashing damage.
Oh man, big damages.
I
Alright.
don't get to add. I don't get to add any bonuses to this one. I'm rolling a d4. What do you want from me?
It's
You can make it a backhand.
Rawr.
Clearly, Abby's cat does more damage than Shocklaw's claws.
You know, if I weren't using my bonus action to offhand attack, you know, I might be doing some damages. I get a +5 to damage on it, but
he hurt his hand because he was polishing his fucking pine cone all night last night.
32
That's how he got to
Euro.
be so strong. All that pine cone polishing.
Yes,
He's
his
like-
right arm is stronger than his left.
Yeah.
He's got a massive right arm and a really weak left one. Like,
That's why I'm getting to add my strength damage on my slash and not on my claw.
wake up in the morning and he's doing one-arm push-ups on his
Yeah.
fucking wanker pan. Right. You said this guy was like looking seriously wounded.
Yeah, he's looking
Alright.
very much like he's on his last legs.
Alright, so no more trickery. The dish folds in, the arm comes back out, you see flames erupt out of the arm, and we're just going to give him fireball. It's advantage again, yeah?
Yep.
Alright, that probably misses. 16?
That hits.
Okay, sick.
You're
this
very
roll,
much underestimating how hard it is to hit a big, borderline naked guy.
Yeah. Here's my advantage roll. That was the first one. This was number 2. So, yeah, we're killing it over here.
I saw the 17. I'm like, that's not a problem.
That's
The
that is
second
my fifth natural one from a dice since I sat down to do this. Good God, Will Wheaton, watching your videos has killed
That's
me.
not the same dice, is it?
I don't know. I
Doesn't
feel like I've been watching Will Wheaton Dice Curse videos, and I feel like he's possessed me through the screen.
He does have a curse.
Yeah, he
Like,
really did.
I kind of have a curse. He really has a curse.
The power of Wesley Crusher compels thee leave this room, Wheaton.
So your damage,
My dice start rolling absolute trash.
11 fire damage.
11 fire damage.
I'm gonna let Wheaton curse him, and that way, hopefully, it'll just counteract.
The bolt slams into him. Fire scorches over. It still stands.
He has like 1 hit point, doesn't he? Have I missed it by 1? No, do you know what? Final 2 sorcerer points, I'm firebolting him again. There we go. He's down. Right. I'm doing it. I
You
was
ready
trying
to
to
miss? You ready to
Burn,
miss?
burn.
You might have noticed that I was being much more reserved, like my stuff, because I was I'm going to do some resource management this game, and then you just taunted me with that. So no, they're all gone now. I was going to use them for arcane wards later. Fuck you guys, this giant's going down. Oh my god, that's even worse. No, it's not. 17.
Definitely hits.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on. How can you say that's even worse when you saw the roll of the die and you saw that it was an 8 instead of a 7?
Because I'm dyspraxic. Now,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up. That's 11 fire damage.
Alright, a second bolt of fire slams into him. And he drops. His skin
Thank you.
smoldering from the flames.
Sorry, right, anyway.
That brings us to the top of the round. And the boar's gonna bolt.
Nice.
Smart pig.
Oh, make an attack of opportunity
Yeah.
against the floor.
Attack of opportunity.
Alexi says, bacon, anyone?
Alexi says 12.
12 will hit.
Yes.
We're getting bacon after all.
Unfortunately, Alexi also says 9.
So you manage to slam into its rump as it is taking off, but it successfully books it and GTFOs into the
Hey.
forest.
We didn't get a level up after last session, right?
Nope.
Okay. Because after next level, I can move up to half my speed after things that I successfully hit with an opportunity attack.
Nice.
Yeah, Oath of Vengeance. you
It-
want to
it-
get away? No.
Well, it just went 80 feet, so I don't know that you're catching it still.
Details.
I have to make that my next class just so I can chase things with a vengeance.
With a vengeance.
But yeah.
Benny Hill.
So the danger has seemingly passed.
Oh, did the boar just run away?
Duh.
It did.
I'd like to check the torn down trees to see if there's any remnants of someone's home there.
Okay.
been
Make
less
an
than 3
investigation check.
I'd like to check the torn down giants to see if they have any bits, baubles, or other shiny whatsits.
I would
I
also
think-
like to check giants for
Okay.
shiny bits, baubles, and what's its.
I will check the one that Alexi
Oh.
does not check first.
So
I'll
I'm
just
checking
help
out, there's
Llewellyn
2
do
of them.
The tree?
Okay. So Shopon makes a check, investigation. Quelly, one with advantage. What was your roll, Kim?
12.
Okay. It seemed to be just a normal tree. No one seemed to have any particular claim over it.
Is there a lot of damage other than the 2 trees? Assuming that us romping around, I'm gonna cast plant growth to help encourage some more growth here.
Okay, you do notice there are some other like broken limbs and whatnot. It does appear that these giants were kind of just mucking
Tearing it up.
about. Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast plant growth, which will have a 100-foot radius for thick and overgrown and make it wonderful.
Okay, you reach down to the ground and your energy soothes out, and you watch as all the plant life begins to grow with a renewed vigor within the area.
I'm gonna walk up to Coeli at some point when she's finished her investigation, and
Which I made a 10 on.
so you do that.
You find it's got some scraps of meat. They look like things that have been mushed or ripped off of larger beasts. None of it's very particularly well taken care of. You're more than welcome to nip bites of it if you wish.
Shopmal rolled a nat 20 for a 21 investigation.
You.
Sorry.
Okay.
It was weird too because it like I missed my like edge, so it bounced off the edge of my dice tray and like landed on my desk.
I had advantage. I rolled a 3 and an 8.
Ouch!
I'm so upset.
Ouch!
The one you searched, Shockmaw, also appears to have some some smushed squirrels, some rocks, and one has it looks kind of like a necklace, but it is made out of like twigs and leaves.
A
A
twiggy
necklace
necklace.
out of twigs and leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Twiggy necklace.
Twiggy necklace.
All right. Shopmal will take the twiggy necklace and like put it in his pack for now. And then like the smushed squirrel and whatnot, he will very carefully hide from Fern, dig like a small hole, and like covers him up. Gives him a little burial.
Make a sleight of hand check.
No. Oh no.
No. I'm gonna see a horrific burial of these squirrels.
That's a 7, Jim.
Yeah, you while doing your plant growth, you totally notice Shockmaw just start like burrowing in the ground. You're not quite sure what he put in the hole, but you definitely watched him dig a hole, dump something in it, and cover it back up again.
Telling you, that's why I sent the warning. Trouble follows us. Or we make trouble, whichever one.
Prima, you were gonna say something earlier.
Yeah, as soon as like you're away from the group, or if you don't, I'm going to message you. Be like, hello, can I speak to you? Preferably alone.
Charlie will trot off towards wherever Prima is.
And
Zoidberg walk to safety.
I noticed in the last battle that you have a new magical apparatus.
Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
In the last city we were in, we were accosted by law enforcement over a stolen wand. Is that the same thing? Please don't lie to me.
All you have to say is, I didn't steal it.
That's what I was gonna say. I did not steal it.
Regardless of who stole it, is that the wand?
It is very similar, but I cannot tell you with absolute certainty that it is the same one.
Make a. I'll let you pick persuasion or deception. You're walking a real fine line.
Don't fail me, new dice. 16.
16. Okay, you can make an insight check.
Well, I mean, I'm making those. Yeah, that's like a 1. So,
Is that actually a one?
well, I rolled 2, but my insight is, oh no, okay, it's 4.
Okay.
In there.
It seems like she is telling you the truth. She seems to be giving you all the information.
I do believe you. However, I will say that you stipulated it's very similar. And there appears to have been one of them. Furthermore, I noticed a disturbance in order in the shop, which I corrected. I'm asking because I wish to know if I'm an accessory to a crime I denied in front of law enforcement. I need to tell you that
Ooh.
I'm going to trust the answer that you give me because you are my friend and trust is paramount. In fact, you are the closest thing to family I have in this group.
Oh
And
no, Carly feels
Oh
bad.
no! Oh no!
Carly feels real bad.
I've never had a family, so I'll ask one more time. Is that the stolen wand? I will believe you.
Yes.
Okay,
Only because you said that we were like family.
it's true. I've never had one. So, thank you for being honest. It means a lot. Secondly, I don't think we can keep it forever. We're going to have to buy it from him or send it back to him. You've been muted.
No, she was whispering. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
She's like no.
We can buy it from him in.
No.
We can send the money to him afterwards because I have a horrible feeling that something as powerful and expensive as that item isn't going to be forgotten about. We will eventually become wanted. Sadly, I already now can do the maths on who the culprit for the stealing was. I'm not mad about it. But
It was Alexi. You found
How
that.
dare I? How
Absolutely.
dare I?
the problem arising from that is
So,
we are now wanted, and it was extremely obvious because you also interacted with the wand and then we left. So even though they couldn't find evidence, they're not stupid. They'll know eventually. Also, you might use the wand in a battle near that area and will be heard and it will be known. So we might have to buy the wand from him and apologize.
It's also possible we could lose it before then. Or
Also
fight it. Or something.
also true. I shall leave you with that to think on. And I thank you again for your honesty. I realize that might have been difficult for you. And I walk away.
Corley's gonna like as Prima kind of gets out of Corley's gonna do like the sort of like shuffly kick bit and it's like stupid family guilt. I just wanted something nice.
I mean, you do realize I plan to have the money for it and send it to him. So I'm going to buy you that eventually. Well, I'm just going to send him like 3,000 gold when we get that kind of money.
A mysterious benefactor.
Oh no, because it's Prima, it'll just be a letter going, "Hello, I believe we stole your wand. However, I'm going to transact it. I'm going to transact the gold for you now. I believe it costs about this much. It's yours now. Please take down the wanted signs you assumedly have. Thank you."
Here's a question: did we ever get a price on that wand?
Yeah, it's like 2,400 gold.
Yeah, it was at least 2,000.
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's the reason why we're in deep shit for it. I'm sure if it was something shitty, he'd have been like, I don't care. It's his. That's like walking into the shop and being like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna steal this pencil and this eraser and this Lamborghini. You know, it's the first two he didn't care about. The Lambo, well, maybe.
All right, mate. All right, mate.
The Hot
So,
Wheels Lambo.
so what's the nicest thing you've got in the store? Just what you got? Your prized possession. Oh, okay. How much is? Oh, that's a lot. Don't mind me. I'm just going to disappear, and so is it.
The best bit
Oh,
about
I'm
it was
sorry, I
like,
forgot my
crime.
wallet at home.
Yeah,
I'll
the
be
best bit
back.
about it was like the crime where it was like, oh, I'm going to quickly. This looks nice. I'm going to take this. And the guy comes up and goes, "Oh, you like that guitar? Would you like to try it? Do you want to buy it?" It's like, "Oh no, sorry. It's just I was just having a look at it." And then like he's like, "Okay, cool, no worries. You know, not really suspecting anything." Then your shifty mate comes up and goes, "Yep, taking that."
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, of course, it was those guys.
I'm not. I'm not that shifty.
Yeah, you are.
Anyhow,
Like, I'm,
If Ellie wants to be that shifty, but her dice won't let her.
So I presume at that point you're going to continue your trek
Yeah.
towards your circle.
yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then as you trek farther into the forest and you believe you're getting closer to the circle, that's where we're going to take our break. So Sam, I don't know if you have anything to say before we go to the break.
gonna check really quickly if there's anything to update on. No further follows. So if you're watching and you haven't followed, go ahead and do that. It's completely free for you, and just push that button. It helps us a lot. If you are following and you haven't Prime subbed, and you have a Prime sub, and you want to give $5 of Jeff Bezos' money to a better cause than another gold-plated toilet for him, because fuck that guy, then you can 100% do that by clicking the subscribe with Prime button. It's free. It helps us so much. We really, the more that you put into this, like as viewership, even if you don't care too much, it's free money. You might as well do it to us rather than say someone big. Critical Role have 1 million followers. They don't need one more. So please do it here. The more you put into this as a community, as Twitch, the more that small streamers like us can put into actually making this more than just guys sat in their bedroom. We can turn it into an actual show. We can put art into it. We can put our own custom things into it. It's a good thing, and you should do it more. Support independent artists. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later.
All right, and with that, we'll take our 2-minute break and we will be back. So please stay tuned.
God, you're just sending memes to me. You should have been like, it's just a chick eating a banana. Don't get weird about it.
Yeah.
And we're back.
Ah, dang, I got more stories for this.
Here's the question: did the
Hey,
stream catch the banana bit?
Be thankful I waited until you finished the last story.
Oh, they did. They did.
All right,
The
after
stream
stream,
caught the banana bit.
I genuinely hope the stream started with out of context me just going, it's just a chick eating a banana. Don't get weird about it.
It
That's
did.
right.
It did.
Yeah.
100%.
I'm never going to explain. I'm never going to explain it. Don't get weird about it, chat.
the
Right?
first
Shall we?
bit was a chick eating noodles, and the second bit was a chick eating a banana.
Yeah, it's crazy. We call Abby Deep Throat now, and let's move on. So this is,
No, I'm gonna tell you guys a story after stream now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, it's okay. She's gonna bring down Trump. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I mean.
Make Paldea great again.
isn't Kamali's second name Lewinsky? Sorry, right, moving on.
Okay, no.
Daniel.
It was a banana that triggered it, not a spaghetti noodle. So,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So,
Why that man? I'm like,
Oh,
since
All right.
we're playing D&D, when we went to the break,
I
you
like
all
that
had
feedback.
ventured into the forest and had encountered a bunch of lumbering giants that were committing some unwelcome deforestation that Fern took offense to. You attempted to reason with them, but found a language barrier which led to conflict. You were victorious and continued on your way towards Fern's druid circle.
but
Yes.
what should we expect at the Druid Circle? I've never met practitioners of Druidic magic.
I would say we're very friendly. A little bit cautious if we've not been introduced. So introduce yourself to my family, and you will be fine. They know and are aware that I left for helping whatever the environmental impact that has been going around. We've seen it slightly larger scale, and they will be very relieved that I have people assisting with this.
How
said
many of them will
task.
be bears?
How many will be bears? We tend to like replicating smaller animals opposed to bears. Foxes, squirrels. We like to more secretive, hide in a tree.
yes,
Not
but
as
how many of them are
aggressive.
solidly built homosexuals?
To put that in the chat. I was about to put that in the text chat to keep it off of the stream. I was going to be covert about it.
That's a completely different question.
I've already got my ramen. This is not a covert episode.
This is an explicit episode. This is why we have the 18
I
plus
was about to
tag.
say, we've got the adult only tag, correct?
Yeah,
Mature viewers.
I was always aware of what I was dealing with.
I thought you heard cats in it.
So
You wanted
you
to
could,
know about my family's preferences and
No, I didn't.
they're accepting of everyone and they
no.
love everyone.
No, I wasn't asking that. I mean, I'm 3 years old. I don't think I know what that term is. I don't think that's been invented here. And it
I
also
might have
doesn't
been
seem.
programmed into you. You never
the
know.
whole circle is pansexual and ethically non-monogamous. That's the paragraph canon. All right, let's.
Do you know what?
let's
Do you know what?
do
Yes,
this.
you know what has been programmed into me? Just the fact that I don't mind. It's fine. Whatever they do. But how many of them will wild shape into bears?
We wild shape into smaller creatures in the
Okay.
woods typically. I'm
Think
sure that
about it, we've
I
never
am
seen Fern
misrepresenting
wild.
some of my cousins, but my inner circle, we tend to prefer our smaller creatures.
Okay. Is there any customs I should
Which I'm
be
sure they
aware
can
of?
ask.
In order to not
We-
offend, is there anything I need to be aware of before we get there? I realise I'm quite good at upsetting people.
No, we're pretty accepting. I've already warned, so your food is going to be slightly different than ours, but
I don't eat. It's quite okay.
well then you're good. Yay. Everyone
Maybe
else
I shouldn't have
probably wouldn't
buried
fight.
those squirrels. Maybe I shouldn't have buried those squirrels.
We don't eat squirrels.
Exactly.
The good thing I buried those squirrels.
You gave them a proper burial, an obvious one.
I
Alright.
was trying to avoid some heartache on your part.
Fine,
You
you gave them respect.
you continue on further into the forest. You eventually reach an area where the trees seem to thin out a bit, and you can see up ahead like a single large menhir. As of their tone or term, think Stonehenge, like single large ominous rock.
I've been. It's not
Standing
as far as
stone.
you think.
You live there. You should know everything about Stonehenge.
I do. It's really near to me. I've been. It's really not that impressive. I mean, it's cool, but I just was expecting like a moment of being one with nature. And I got there and was like, cool. So this was an hour and a half drive. I think I'm going home.
I'm sure the 40 other people being around also detracted from your being one with
That's a
nature.
good point. Yeah, maybe I should get back.
So, I'm assuming I find this very familiar, so I quicken my
Yes,
pace.
you know that this would mark kind of like the outskirts.
Man, this is going to sound so southern, but I feel like just going, ma'am.
This is where we realise that she's pulling like a Ford, and the accent she puts on is an affectation, and actually she's proper southern.
Hey, Ma!
Mom! Granny!
All right. As you make your way closer, you see there is a hawk perched on top of the stone. As you get a bit closer, it swoops down, lands on the ground, and transforms into a very short-haired blonde gnome woman. She has intricate tattoos all over her face. She kind of looks all of you over, sees Fern, and goes, Fern, you have returned to us.
We are dropping by, but I'm not here for long. How has everything been in the woods? We have seen some giants.
Goes,
Data
that
dump.
is unsurprising, but still concerning. Things have not been well since you have departed. Perhaps it better if the archdruid explained.
Yes,
And
take
she
me.
motions for you all to follow.
Oh yeah, and these are my friends. They're with me.
How's that for an introduction?
This is. I'll go into it while we're walking, introduce names, but the very front end is going to be like a very offhand, like let's just go.
Yeah, they're with me. Let's go. Yeah.
They're with me. Let's go.
All right.
And as we're walking, I'll put the names in there.
Okay. She introduces herself as Druid Aldabel Rothus.
Say that again.
Aldabel Rothus.
Just confirming that's with an F. Rufus.
Yeah, Rofus. Rothus.
Just making sure.
I went so German with that. Raufuss.
Not a
Rothus.
Rothus.
I really feel like this is trying to invoke Patrick Rothfuss to finish his third book.
I kind of thought the same thing.
See, I just spelled it Roffice. Rothus.
Well, you see, I live in Europe, so when you say things like Raufuss, it's going to be an AU over here because that's how it is.
Mm-hmm.
So she leads you to kind of a very large clearing with a smaller circle of stones around it. There's a single pool of water at the center with kind of a very nicely carved stone stand raised in vines coming up out of the center of it. standing amongst these gathered stones, you see a human man with short gray hair, but it's only covering one half of his head. The other half has kind of tattoos depicting thorns and vines and leaves on it. There's a halfling man with brown hair that comes down to his knees that seems to be filled with various twigs, berries, bits of brambles, some fur. And there is a female with looks like animal legs. She has rainbow colored hair.
Yay.
Clip that, please. Please clip that.
I feel like Abby comes to every session looking for something to ruin.
See, I was gonna say we found my crush, so I mean, you had
Okay,
no
very
rainbow hair.
I'll just reiterate.
Upon,
Yay.
upon the rainbow hair plus animal legs thing inside,
Yeah,
I was like,
they're hooked legs.
yeah. See, I was like,
Still furry.
yeah, I was like, yeah. Do you know what? If that means I'm furry, then yeah, let's go.
Okay, can I please get to my computer so I can clip that stupid joke I made?
It could be worse. I could have made the stupid joke I was gonna make. You're talking
Oh?
about this gathering of monks when I really think they're druids.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh no, Tim.
Oh boy.
I feel like I'm missing something, but I'm concerned and I don't want to know more.
I don't remember exactly the context, but you said something about them being amongst something.
Oh, gotcha. We're just going with bad jokes. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. I was
Yeah.
worried that we were walking into something with other connotations.
No.
Oh no, that was not a sex joke.
For once.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try real hard to make sure the next one is right. Let's continue.
I mean, you don't necessarily have to try that hard.
Heyo.
Mine never is. I mean, sorry, what?
Thank you.
But Fern, you notice that there's usually many more people here than there are now.
Where is everyone?
Are you just wondering that, or are you asking that as you get closer?
No, I'm asking.
Okay.
Sorry, Fern is asking. Where is everyone?
So Alabel turns and goes, as I said, I think it better if you hear it from the arch druid.
Oh,
Wow.
jeez.
So as you get closer, they see all of you coming and kind of nod, and like the human comes forward and goes, "Welcome back, Fern. It's good to see you are well. Were you able to find anything to the north?"
We did. There's still much work to do, though, until we have finished our task.
I see. Yes, the growing concerns and growing disturbances have led us to send out others to other locations that seem to be unwell with the earth.
What other locations in general areas we may have crossed?
We have dispatched our kin to the Glacial Isle to the south, the Mirror Lake, as we have found a growing sense of unnature there, and your parents have decided to be our envoys to meet with, let me get this name right, Yalorian, the River King within the Forest of the Fae.
How loud are they saying this? Are we all hearing this, or is this just
Yeah, I
for
mean, they're not whispering it, they're speaking normal volume.
Line of inquiry. Hello. I realise this is the first thing I've said. Thank you for allowing us into the circle. I have
These are
many
my
questions.
friends.
I have many questions, but we'll start with the practical, and I'll move to the fanciful later. Yalorian, who is he?
Yulorian is the River King, defender of the Pearl Tower, and
And what is his use? What is his purpose as the River King and defender of the Pearl Tower? What are these things for the lake?
he rules over the Forest of the Fae.
He is the monarch of the Forest of the Fae, overall commander of the area.
Yes, for lack of a better framing.
I understand the Fae are probably outside of my wheelhouse. I'm out of my depth here, but to understand roughly the chain of command, he is at the top. No? Yes.
Very much so. He is, for all intents and purposes, an immortal being.
Point of mild conjecture. Would he speak to mortals that are not elves from outside of the forest?
He
Why,
talked to
yes,
her parents.
that is why we sent Burns Paris.
Yes, but you are druid. You have a connection with him. I'm talking about strangers.
Well, I mean, anyone can beseech an audience. I cannot speak to the actual goings on of the courtly ways of such creatures, but
If he's already in
in
communication
order to
with
give
him
full
anyway.
clarity I realise I'm being obtuse. I will go ahead and simply disclose the information because Fern is also involved in this. Would he have any knowledge of the Blades of Light and Darkness, and is he the person that our contact told us to seek, do you think?
he says, I am not familiar with what it is you are speaking of, but I'm sure he has a vast amount of knowledge, as he is what is known as an archfey.
Even I know that's essentially a god. Yes, okay, very good. No further questions for now.
Did y'all get my squirrel?
The satyr woman goes, yes!
Perfect.
I was going to ask her if she was a satyr, but I didn't know what one was, so I was going to get there around and round. Super cool. Love it.
Out of curiosity, if I may, are you familiar with it being referred to as Omnium?
The human stops and says, I believe so, but I'm not entirely sure why that sounds familiar. At which point the halfling chimes in and goes, I believe I may have the information we need on this matter. If I recall correctly, he was a creature of great elemental disturbance who sought to unbalance the delicate arrangement between the gods and the primordial elementals, whereupon they agreed to go their separate ways, as it were, and Omnium sought to unbalance that and use the elemental powers on the material plane and wage war against the gods, and was conspired against by his fellow primordials.
It is fortunate that you used past tense when referring to Omnium, for he has been temporarily destroyed by us.
Well, yes, he was imprisoned long ago.
No. He was trying to, on the Isle of Diamonds, he was trying to be resummoned, and We
He no
It's
longer
a long,
be.
long story, and Shockmore damaged his brain running into one of the portals, but we have destroyed Omnium again. He came back, and now he's not.
What?
That was one of my first adventure with these
Yes, that's how we met first.
fine group.
What
little
my
bit beforehand.
what my robot friend is saying is Omnium is no longer imprisoned. Omnium is dead.
Destroyed.
Hadley goes, oh, well, that is impressive. Hard to be believed, but impressive.
Well, if you want, I can tell ye a story.
Which
I think that will be okay, Shakma. Don't worry about that.
he turns to Fern and
It's a
goes,
good story.
would that have been the disturbance then?
It was what we thought the disturbance was, but there seems to be more that needs to be resolved before everything's at peace. But that was the original disturbance I went after. I was sent to the north.
So, what needs to be resolved? Where are you headed next in your
We are
travels?
heading to where my parents are. We're going to the Forest of the Fae. We were sent a vague message about the sword we were asking you about.
I see. So these swords might be playing into the growing unnatural events?
So it seems. We are
Have you heard of
trying
the
to
dragon couple? Sorry, go on. You go.
we are trying to investigate. It's just that. You may
Have you?
proceed, Prima.
Thank you. Have you? I wish the internet lag wasn't a thing. I talk over people all the time because I'm a 3-second delay. Have you heard of a dragon called Sand Shadow?
Why, yes, he is quite a ancient and formidable dragon, said to reside within the Desert Flame.
Yes. So we believe he is to do with the swords. Certainly, maybe seeking them. I'm kind of going off conjecture here. You may hear rumors he's been slain. I wouldn't believe them. I put no stock in them.
I see. We will keep that in mind.
Have you heard of a man called Hydragon?
I am not familiar with that name, no.
We met him and he sent us on this path, but still don't know much about him other than he seemed to be quite the powerful practitioner of magic.
Well, there are many powerful practitioners of magic.
There certainly are. That ties into my purpose.
How long have my parents been away?
They set off. He seems to think a moment. The gnome woman goes, about 5 days ago.
Well, I am sorry I didn't see him here, but we will eventually get to that direction. What all is you mentioned that things are not great. Anything specific to our woods, or is it just the ongoing disturbances all around this land?
Well, with the growing concerns around the world, we have had to lessen our number, which in turn also has had the impact of leaving our forests more susceptible to dangers. We have seen a growing number of more deadly invaders within the forest, though thankfully our sanctuary here has remained safe for many of them. But
Yeah, we saw some of the giants on our way in.
yes, they seem to have been making their way down from the mountains. Uh, Hopefully, it is not a sign of worse things to come. But the growing cold to the south drew our attention, and I hope that will turn to turn out to be nothing too damaging, and there was quite a powerful surge of magic from the Mirror Lake, uh, which seemed to be impacting the balance.
When was this surge?
It would have been about 2.5 weeks ago.
How long have we been on our quest?
About 3.5, 4 weeks, I believe.
And I've been there for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So basically, when I left is when there was a disturbance in Mirror Lake. Around the same time the Isle of Diamonds disturbance was going on. I guess I'm asking DM more than.
Yeah, it seems to match up. I mean, if you guys are super tracking your days, it happened about 4 to 6 days after you were there.
Okay. That was really my question. Where in time relative to our being there did this happen?
I wasn't there when y'all were at Mirror Lake, so I am.
And
not
you said
sure
this was
what
a cold snap in Mirror Lake?
No.
Magical surge.
Magical
Yes.
surge.
That could have been us.
Yeah, considering.
And we've gone to speak with the River King, as we have been hearing words of very erratic behavior happening in the already dangerous forest.
What was the
Well, I'm
disturbance
glad-
at the Frozen Isle, whatever it's called, the Glacial Isle?
It said, there seems to be a very dark energy of frost and death.
And the original reason that we were sent there was because it was colder than normal.
So, I'm sure no one minds me sharing this information, seeing as we do seem to be amongst trusted company. I produced the map that we've been following, and see, we were given locations to check by an interested third party who has hired us and sent us on this mission. It seems unusual to me that we would all be chasing the same things, or rather chasing the same locations, roughly, with similar, well, with differing reasons at the similar spots. I'm not to believe in coincidences.
He
Well,
looks over your map
pretty
and points to the check mark where King's Rest was and go, we have seen no disturbance there.
Oh, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm just saying these are. I'm not saying you're following me. This is not. That wasn't my idea. I'm not saying you're copying me. But
And then he also points to the Forest of the Fae on your map and points out that they have detected a disturbance there, and that does not line up with your map.
No, but that's where we're being sent by our contact.
When I first was introduced to y'all's group, when you almost shot me, I didn't know any specifics as far as what the checklist was. I was just provided a general area, and we were meant to investigate it and try to resolve it. So we might have just not seen. We don't have the same map. We just are noticing disturbances
Also-
and we're investigating on that.
Yeah, again, I'm not. I need to make sure I'm being entirely clear because I have a habit of. You must forgive me. I'm very new to talking to people. I tend to do business at the end of powerful magic.
I know people well.
Yeah, I don't people well, but I'm trying. So please bear with me. This was not an accusation. It just
Okay.
seems too convenient that there are disturbances in the natural order and the flow of magic, combined with the fact that we keep being sent to these places. places.
Yeah,
Well,
not
I-
coincidental.
And then a disturbance
I
in the
may,
Forest of the
Karina.
Fae, and then a message saying we need to go to the Forest of the Fae. It's starting to line up, but I don't know for what, and it's starting to bother me. Sorry, Alexis.
Both.
Well, go ahead, Alexi. Go ahead.
I was literally starting to talk, Tyler.
We both sort of talk at the same time. I'm
No,
allowing you to go.
I had started to talk like 15 seconds
Yeah,
earlier.
I think it's the lag because I've cut people off constantly, and where I am, you're not talking, and then I talk and you guys. So I'm
All right.
So too.
Well, Alexi, go first.
But it seems to me that it's just a circumstance of two parties interested in different things, noticing the same symptoms but for different reasons.
Yeah.
yes. I mean, such is my logic. It's just why and what.
I think you're looking for something more deeply nefarious here than there is Prima.
I'm not given to believe in coincidences, but
Neither am I, but I find it hardly a coincidence that two groups are following the same large events. That is not coincidence. That is natural order.
Yes, of course. I'm simply very interested in what is causing these things. It's conjecture on my behalf. I need further evidence before I can put things together.
Well, since we seem to be heading in the direction of the Forest of Fae, which is where our parents have gone, is there anything we can do now while we are still here to assist, or do we want to sit and catch up on some of the stories to help resolve that sentence just went away for me halfway through. it left.
But you tried. You hung on to
I
that.
did. I was like, I'm going to try
I
getting this
respect
to go, and nope, it did not go anywhere.
You know what? I
But
feel like it. I feel like you.
I want us
respect
to
it.
rest for a little bit before we head back, and to visit with my home before I have to leave it again.
Well, what I was going to suggest is perhaps if we spent the day here, we could fully recharge and recuperate, and we could also entreat your friends who are stood right in front of me, so I'm currently speaking about them in the third person. Apologies. Again, as I said, not great with people. We kind of came here to entreat yourselves for assistance in our journey to the Forest of the Fae.
Well, I suppose we could speed you along on your journey. But would you like to rest first?
Yes, that would be very welcome.
Please.
All right. So, are you guys looking to like actually chill out and spend the night here, or are you just looking to catch your breath and go?
Yeah, I am. I want my sorcery points back.
Well, what time of day is it?
With all the traveling you've done, it's probably about 5 in the afternoon at this point.
I mean, at this point, it seems to make sense to rest here since we have a sanctuary. Rather than...
Have a snack, get some
Yeah.
sleep.
I'll show y'all around. Y'all can see my tree.
We would love to.
I'd love to see your tree.
It's a great tree.
Okay.
I feel like I won't fit in your tree.
Corelli probably won't either, but she's gonna go check it out.
I mean, I think
It would have to be a large trunk in order for me to fit in the inside.
yeah, I think you guys constantly, vastly misunderstand Fern's size. She's not Tinkerbell.
How tall is
No.
Fern?
I have to be in a big, like,
She's like she's a good like 2.5 feet tall. Like she's small, but she's still like
Osmo is almost 7 feet tall.
I'm aware.
I'm not like Bender.
3
where I'm
times the size
snooping
of
at
Fern.
like
So if this is Fern sized, Shockmaw's not fitting in it.
Yep, she lives in it with a family.
bedroom stuff, it'll be a fucking huge tree that's got stairs and stuff
And-
around it.
And,
I
and for
think the trick
context,
is getting in the door.
and for context, there's also a human among the circle. So
Okay, so I was thinking this was like sized for uh what you would know?
Yes,
she
and
is a no.
I thought this was sized for gnomes. I didn't think this was sized for the entire circle. Okay.
It's going to be like Golden's
we're
Tower.
Mine
very
is-
welcoming. Our doors are opened to all those sizes. You may have to crouch down for some of the taller ones, but you'll be able to fit. We'll snug.
But so you make your way to what seems to be essentially more of the forest. But as Fern kind of begins to point out things, you notice that there is a door here, a ladder here that looks to be made of vines. And the more you kind of settle in, the more the terrain around you goes from looking like plain old ordinary forest to looking very on purpose while still maintaining a natural feel.
We try to work around with our environment versus tearing our environment down.
I see.
Each of us needs a ring that we can summon Fernwolf.
Yeah.
Once they get there, the human turns and goes, "So I don't believe I got any of your names."
I be First Mate Jockmaw the Dreadful. Perhaps you've heard of me.
I can't say I have, and with a moniker like the Dreadful, I'm not so sure I wish to.
Well, I used to be a pirate.
I see.
I have some stories I could tell you. But first, let me introduce the rest of the crew.
Is
This here,
better or worse than a cake rat?
I'm sorry. What's a cake rat?
It seems like you should know, being a pirate.
Oh, ha ha ha! Very funny. You got that one over me.
So he says, I am Archdruid Hardo.
Nice to meet you, Hardo.
It
This
is
here be Prima. This
No.
here be Prima.
No.
This here be Prima. That be Alexi. And this is Coeli.
He acknowledges each in turn. He motions to the halfling man with the long hair and says, "This is Ganio Jubilis." And he motions to the satyr and says, "This is Rita Veronin."
What was his name? I'm sorry, I forgot to make a note of it.
Hardo,
Just Hardo.
just Hardo.
So you don't have another name. You just be Hardo, like Madonna or Prince.
I'm not
Or Cher.
familiar with Madonna, and I believe most princes have a name, but yes, my name is just Hardo.
I did warn you that his brain does appear to be quite damaged. I apologize.
Does he
But they've
require
been
healing?
very helpful.
You should try. I lack the ability to do that magically, but you do. Try. Yes. Let's try and fix his brain. Look what happens when I make illusions and he doesn't know. He falls for them every time. He's quite retarded.
Prima, I
I
just saw you
several
do that.
times. That's just him.
Yes, no, I'm joking. That was all a joke. I don't even say that out loud. But I'd be like, maybe we should fix him.
Says,
I don't need fixin'. I be fine.
I think despite his questionable name, I don't believe he has suffered any serious damage.
Is
Listen,
Monica
the dreadful just be a name to inspire fear. What
That
kind
is
of pirate?
concerning.
What kind of pirate would I be if I were first mate Shockmaw the Cheerful?
I feel like Fern is trying very hard to reassure Hardo that everything is fine by also still being very polite. And you're like, no, he is very like,
I in fact even
he's
helped
very
ye out.
scary.
I helped slay the giants that be harming ye homes and ye trees.
The forest can always be repaired. Sometimes the natural order requires death and renewal.
And
Um,
I help that.
Well, good. But to your question, I feel if you were Shockmaw the Cheerful, you might be a more popular pirate.
his logic
And ye
does
make many pirates.
Shockmaw the Cheerful does sound very pleasant.
his logic follows through. To be honest, hard on here has a really good.
We're gonna end up in the
That was
forest with
entirely on
all
purpose,
these.
Sam.
Yes,
Throw
I
out yourself.
Well, then maybe I should be first mate Shockmaw the Cheerful from now on. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue, though. Or at least my tongue. I've got the long snout, being a dragon bard.
So I assume at this point, Fern, you're going to take them to go see your home.
Yes.
Okay. You are welcome to describe it as you will. It is your home.
I want there to be lots of cozy things in the center for everyone to sit in the center.
Oh,
And
yes.
very
Oh, yes.
minimal, but everything that's in it is focused on pointing to each other in a group activity.
Okay.
But very quaint, nothing too elaborate, just a gathering place. Very much the immediate focus you get is this is a place to gather with a group of people.
Okay.
And decorated with acorns.
Acorns
Like
everywhere.
picture
How shiny are
frames
the
with just an
acorns?
acorn like glued in the center, so it's just a frame and then just a single acorn, just artwork like that.
Are these like the shiniest acorns that you have? Or are these like the fine china acorns? Or
Not the one in the
Fine,
frames.
acorns.
It's good luck to touch that acorn so it gets more and more polished as a group comes in. So you can rub the acorn as you enter the house.
Give it a little stroke there.
Just there.
That's rubbing the acorn sounds like
Tweak it.
something entirely different.
and Coelho's got feathers to go for it, so
So you're all going to congregate in Fern's meeting area.
Yes.
In the beanbag pit.
Oh, yes. I fully imagine this to be like a beanbag pit. Yes.
Okay. So as you're all hanging out, I mean, I don't know, are you discussing anything? Are you guys just killing time?
So Fern, tell me about your parents.
They are very wise. They are the ones that taught me my environmental ways, which is no surprise that they were the first to jump on the opportunity to be the envoy to resolve issues with Forest the Fae. We take taking care of our land very seriously. Anything we can hill and mend, we will hill and mend. And I learned that from them. So pretty much me.
Well, that just means they sound doubly wonderful. Because there's two of them.
They prefer pine cones over acorns, though.
Having said that, Shockmaw will look towards Coeli kind of give her a nod and go, well, it's funny you mention that. Coeli and I noticed ye be missing a few acorns. And, well, we couldn't find any acorns, but we did find these pine cones and polish them up for you.
Oh, that's very sweet. We can leave them here, or we can maybe show them to my parents whenever we get to the Forest of the Fae. They would love and appreciate them as well.
We can polish them together.
College party.
I prefer to do it in private, though. I get a bit shy.
I mean, I feel like most college parties are generally in some form of private.
Yeah, no, it's more of a. It's not a spectator sport for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he
So
just sees it and has to jump right in.
as you're all gathering there, you hear a knock at the door.
I'm not going to open it, but
Yeah.
someone.
I'll open it.
Not my house.
Okay. You open. You see Lita is standing there. She kind of peers over you, everyone, and was like, "Hi, haven't had a lot of people around in a while, so I figured that this might be a good occasion." And she then proceeds to lift up two very large jugs.
Yeah.
Plenty in the jugs. Good occasion
And
for what?
food, too.
I should warn you, when gnomes get drunk, they get crazy. You have seen it before.
I believe
It took me a second to pick up on that one, too.
the second you did it, I was like, no, I'm not gonna. I'm gonna rise above and tell.
Are you gonna rise?
Let me just check. Nope, not yet. So oh god, it's just been.
You know what? The Saturday stream may have more compelling narrative, but we had more fun.
It's like Saturday's game. Saturday's game is like so serious now, and it's like so intense, and there's so much intrigue going on, and it's like I'm like really in it, and like it's so good. And then this one's really fun, but at the same time, it's 90% people standing around going, "Did you know if you try really hard, that thing she just said could mean knob?" So,
Hey, sometimes it's harder than others.
you should probably come in, leader, because those look. Oh, for fuck's sake, those look great. Is what I was going to say. And then,
Those look rather heavy. Come on in and put them down.
heavy as well. And I just was like, there's no way I can
Would you
get
like a
it.
hand with them? I would be happy to offer one. Or two, even.
We're here now. This is where we stay.
We're here now, embrace it.
I mean, Shogbo is also pretty strong. If you prefer, he can take one and I will take the other.
I don't know why during that conversation.
I have no idea why the dwarf is laughing. I do apologize. He doesn't
I keep wanting to reach to that being innocent, and I know it's not.
Reach. Make the reach, assume it's innocent, just so we can move on.
But she does hand over the large containers of alcohol and enters the building.
Did I know her beforehand?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna bashfully flirt with her
Okay.
in a very shy way. Just like, thank you. Do that and just sweet little flirts. That's what's gonna happen. That
Sweet
night.
little flirt.
Okay.
Oh, my heart.
You do also know that she is a bit on the notorious side for getting a bit rowdy.
Oh.
You're always fun drinking, buddy.
She's a satyr. They party super hard.
They party hardy?
It's like literally their whole racial trait is like they're
Yeah.
just fucking awesome at getting hammered.
Yay, we're getting drunk.
So, drinks start flowing. Is everyone drinking?
I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't.
Shockwave.
Yep.
Okay. Everyone who's drinking, go ahead and make a Constitution save for me.
Don't
That is
forget
a
that if you're
nat-
within 10 feet of me, which we probably are in the beanbag pit, you get +3 to that save.
That is a nat 20 for a 25 with the +3.
Okay.
19.
19 as well.
Okay. You guys
15.
are all handling it pretty well. Fern, you can definitely feel it. It's not quite getting to you yet. This is surprisingly potent stuff. This is the real world equivalent of someone just brought over 2 giant things of moonshine.
Oh, let's go. Let's go.
I'd say, Tyler, have you done that before? I'm pretty sure you've done that before.
Absolutely, I've done that. I have a jug of moonshine near me. Actually, no, it's downstairs. But I do actually have moonshine in the house. I can double fist moonshine if I want. In fact, I will go get some moonshine so I can double fist the moonshine. I'm not joking.
This is the point of the stream where we would like to officially apologize because the content so far has been tenuous, but like double fisting moonshine, I don't know what that is. And over here, that actually means something a lot different.
I know what that means over there.
Yeah. So again, if anyone's watching in England, it's 4:15, mate. Go to bed. Also, it's not what you think. I mean, it could be, but that does mean this channel will be banned. Ah, got you. Okay, cool. So
Yes.
the old
Yeah,
language barrier over here. You know what I mean?
Yes. Double fisting. And,
I mean, I'm not judging. You know what I mean? If that's your
Yeah.
thing, go for it.
and
I love and accept everyone. That it's fine. You know, you're what you get up to in your own times. I support it.
I've always liked it's from Buffering the Vampire Slayer podcast, but don't yuck somebody's yum.
Yeah, exactly. I like the old Sam Cummings proverb of "I'll do anything twice."
Okay then.
Once to see if you like it, and twice to check it. Yeah.
But yeah, so you guys begin drinking. The night is getting quite lively, except for 32, who is remaining herself.
Yeah, I'm not even sure I can get drunk, so I'm not even gonna drink.
And you're attempting to make flirty passes at Lita.
Flirty passes.
Like what?
She has real awesome hair, and she needs to know about it all the time. Because the rainbow hair is great. These aren't going to be graceful. They're just going to be like, you have
Full
really nice, your
immersion.
tail's really nice, and your hair's really pretty.
We are about to lose Tyler.
Yep.
It's a
Real
good
hard.
thing this stream only has like 15 to 30 minutes left because we are going to lose Tyler.
You got 45 minutes left, sir.
God, that hit hard. You literally drank out of a jar and then turned in about 15, 30 minutes, and then you went, "I got 5 minutes."
I'm also going to try to impress her with very not quite as embellished as Shockmall stories, but the same pattern of we've done this and I helped do that, and
Shopmo will assist.
poor starving animal that attacked me and tried to eat me, and we found out there was a dragon taking its food. It was awful, but you know.
I will mention at that point that was a wyvern, and it
Make
did
a
try to eat her.
make a persuasion check with advantage because you have shock mob backing you up.
17.
Okay. She does seem to be sitting pretty close and seems pretty enraptured in what you're saying. She definitely asks more questions about the places you've been. Uh, is very excited and intrigued at the different locales that you mentioned, talking about the desert, uh, the Isle of Diamonds,
Having to fly several occasions.
flying with the Saint Merv.
I think you'll find I'm quite brave.
This is very true. Fern, she just walked up to the giant and said, "Get the fuck out of here." He did not listen, but it was very brave.
Yeah.
Did you really say that?
Yeah, the trees come first, man. I'm drunk. The man was part of that.
I love the fact that Fern, as she gets drunk, literally becomes the dude, and it's the best. Please tell me, as you get more drunk, you start just making white Russians. Yeah, I've had a bad day and I fucking ate the eagles.
So she seems very impressed. She is enraptured with what you're saying as the alcohol is flowing heavily.
All right, let's see how it is. Fern tries to hit on somebody and everyone's helping her. Shockma tries to hit on somebody, everyone's heckling him. I see how it is.
And you see how adorable Fern is.
True. Can't be mad at that.
What was it? What was your pickup line? Because I think my pickup line is "You have pretty hair."
Yeah, and you were like, "Oh, those are nice legs. Why don't you spread them, lol?" So
Yeah.
I feel like the path in. Basically, it's not the fact that we were trolling you because it's you. We're more trolling you because your technique was literally like, "Hi, I'm blue. Sex," which might not offend the best.
I mean, you basically walked up and said, "Hey, nice jugs. Can I hold them?"
And also, for all we know, this
I'm
could be
not-
like your childhood sweetheart. So you know.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I noticed the disparity.
Well, at least
Even before the bad pickup line.
your faculties of observation haven't been compromised by the drink you have been imbibing. So that is good because you are still currently under cognitive assessment by myself.
During the course of the evening, Lita also asks you if you passed by Mirror Lake, if you noticed anything.
Did I go that path? Because I mean, I would assume I took the same path, just a couple.
Yeah,
of
but
little
you didn't
behind
actually go to
them.
the lake itself. You kind of followed the road around, so you saw the lake, but it just seemed kind of like a really nice, like a
Yeah,
very beautiful lake to you.
Yeah, I'll just tell her what I saw. I didn't notice anything while I was there, but I was also, it was very beautiful, but I was also in a very big hurry to get where I needed to go. And which ended up being the Isle of Diamonds, which we just told you the story about.
I assume no one else offers anything else.
Oh, I mean, if I'm part of it,
Oh, well.
me being me and sharing
Yeah,
is caring,
absolutely.
I tell her the whole
It's
thing.
not mandatory. Just curious.
Yeah.
Shockma is
I-
100% behind
100%
Fern
would.
on everything here.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if she asks, I'm going to tell her, like, because, you know me, sharing is caring, I'll tell her the whole thing, but only if someone else doesn't.
There were these big obelisks, and we blew them up, and then we met this really cool lady.
Yeah, who literally blinded
I got
two
this.
guys. She blinded the two males with, I'm assuming, magical powers, although I'm starting to believe it was just her raw appearance. It didn't affect me, but I believe that's because my eyes are synthetic.
She has kind
We're
of a
looking
good
there
for
for
her
that.
at the blinded the men.
Okay.
Yeah, oh, she gave me this as well, and I point to the flower in my hair. Say it was a gift for destroying the obelisks, I believe. The wizard was trying to cast some kind of charm or control spell upon her, which I've got to
He
say,
seemed really possessive.
I don't like it. I thought he was okay, and then he tries to charm something like that into liking him, and he goes from okay to creep, and I'm, you know,
I didn't really like it.
International Women's Day a couple of days ago in this universe, Exandria. That's Critical Role. Wherever we are, Etheria, sorry. And you know, given that I'm a 6'8" hunk of metal that identifies as female, I believe that man needs to suck a whole bag of dicks. He's a bad person and can get fucked.
I agree with that, Prima. I didn't like him much either.
No, he will be on the receiving end of a level 9 fireball by the end of this adventure, I'm pretty sure.
She goes, well, maybe then whatever you looked at is related to the disturbance.
The disturbance very well could have been us, which concerns me.
That would not be good.
No, it wouldn't. But you can leave that bit out of the report.
Well, hopefully, when we get to the Forest of Fae, we'll at least have some of the mystery unravel. For us.
When you mention that, she puts a hand on your arm and goes, "Do be careful when you go there. We believe that there might be. I don't know if it's a dark presence or some kind of like. There's a malevolent presence at work within the forest. Don't know the full details of it, but it seems to be warping or corrupting or changing things within the forest."
Could my parents be in danger?
It is possible, but I would like to think that if anywhere is safe, it would be at the court of the River King.
Okay. That is a relief.
We probably need to try and speak to that individual. Anyway, feels like
Because
we use
Drothanir is dangerous enough at the best of times. And so if things have grown dark, the forest may be treacherous.
We will be careful. I have grown to trust this group of friends that I have collected in my adventures. I trust them with my life.
Collected. We're just items to earned.
Duh.
These
Okay.
friends that I've collected, it's a good thing.
Anything else you wish to cover through the evening?
At some point in the night, Shockmaw will wants to have a conversation with Alexei.
Okay.
All right.
Alexei,
Duh.
why is it you don't want to go to Rockholm?
Yeah. Would you like the long version or the short version? Who am I kidding? You want the long version? Yes.
So first I was born.
Yes. You see, it
We-
all
we-
began very.
Get past the whole birth part and just get to the point where the reason why you don't want to go back.
Oh, the short version then. Yes, my father blames me for the death of my mother and my sister.
And is it actually your fault?
Yes and no. He's not entirely wrong.
And have ye spoken to your father since the whole episode with your, what was it, mother and sister?
Yes, and yes, I have. That is how that I know that he blames me for their death. He was very explicit. He said, "You fucking son of mine, you killed them. This is your fault."
Hmm.
It left very little room for interpretation.
I know, I think there's some context you could read into that, Alexei.
Subtext is really important with dwarves.
It's all the inflection.
Yeah. Where he said you
No,
killed
to be
Brady.
fair to him, I did leave out that he was chasing me with a hammer as he said that. So that may affect your interpretation of his words.
Well, I feel like you should try to mend your bridges with him.
Have you met many dwarves? I would not imagine so out on the sea.
You're the only one I really know well. I did know a couple on the sheep, but they were pirates, so
Yes, yes. Well, having warm, fuzzy, rational chats is not exactly the dwarven way. When we are given the option, we can hold grudge, we can forgive. We hold grudge.
I see. Well, you may not know this, but I never knew me birth parent. I was born and raised on the sheep. And,
Why does Shoppa ride sheep?
He was
And
born
well-
on the sheep.
the crew was my family, so to speak. They raised me, they taught me what was right, what was wrong, what should be done, what shouldn't be done. But above all, they taught me that the crew came first. Me family came first. And, well, now they're sleeping with Davy Jones, and I be here with ye and Prima and Coeli and Fern. And, well, ye be my new crew. And I feel like ye shouldn't give up on your crew, on your family, quite so easily.
I have
assume-
not given up on my family. That is why I'm here. That is why I'm doing this. That is why I have to kill who I have to kill.
And who is it do you have to kill?
I cannot speak his name.
Well, can you write it down?
That would be just as bad.
Hmm. Well, why won't you go back and just talk to your father? Let him know that you're trying to kill who it is that you're trying to kill.
He knows. But I have not yet done it. And that is the only way that I'll be able to look him in the eye again.
Hmm. Well then, I guess I'm gonna help you. So that you can get back in the good graces of your family.
It is much appreciated, Shakma. I do hope that my brother's time traveling has left him more like you than my father. But if you will forgive me, as I would like to get to bed.
Hmm. But first, one more swig of this delicious beverage.
Their Constitution save.
I was not going to.
That's a 24.
Counting the plus
Okay.
3 for being near me.
Counting the plus 3 is a 24.
Okay.
Okay.
I have just seen the Discord just go off while we're having this conversation. I'm
Yeah,
kind of
that's
scared to
right.
look at it.
Anything else you guys wish to cover during the evening?
Not for me.
I am going to make sure that no one does any like considerable damage I'm going to be the sober person. That's like, if people are like knocking things over, I'm going to like mage hands to keep it in place. And, like,
All of
um,
the acorns stay in the same
yeah,
spot.
and like try and like tidy the place up a bit, and like when like maybe you spill a jug over or whatever, and like grab it or like move the bins into place, and someone pews, like help. Yeah, I'm gonna be like on sober duty to try and keep exactly keep the place okay.
All right. The evening passes.
If we end up having to make another con save, I will voluntarily fail this con save. I don't know how late we're going to be drinking, but Shakma has hit some serious emotional moments and wants to drown them.
In that case, yeah, you will eventually pass out.
Okay.
So the evening passes. The next morning comes. You all wake up feeling bit hungover. Shakma very hungover. 32 feels like 32.
You don't need a hangover when you're weird. It's basically
Does
been my
anyone
motto.
else want a hangover cocktail?
I think I'll take one.
Medicine check.
It's
Medicine
all right.
check plus 6. 19.
Okay. Seems to help sober you up.
Man, if only I were a druid, like there'd be no consequences to drinking. It'd be great.
The power of magic.
The power of magic
I need one
in a
of those
fantasy world.
as a 30-year-old, well, 32-year-old individual. The way that moment on your 30th birthday, when before that you can drink a million beers and not feel it, and then on your 30th birthday your mates get you tanked, and you wake up, and you have a hangover for 3 days. I would take that magical cocktail every time. It fucking sucks.
So, as you all slowly rise and take your hangover cocktails, those who opt to, there comes a knock at the door.
I will probably answer it if I'm closest, because everyone else is fucked.
Yeah, if we're all like getting our stuff sorted, you're probably the only one attentive enough to.
Yeah, I imagine everyone is like totally trash, so I'm gonna answer it.
Uh, so there comes another knock at the door in the morning.
Yeah.
Was it didn't Prim answer the first one?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry. Sorry,
yeah,
I got distracted by a message and lost my train of thought.
got you. Yeah. So I'll answer it because everyone else, it's like everyone else is like at the house
Knock
party.
knock, who's
like,
there?
fucked, and they're all like, oh god. So I'm just gonna step over the corpses and like walk to the door and open it.
Okay. It is the archdruid. He is standing there, kind of glances back at everyone else.
I will say, Lee. Oh god, hold on.
Lita.
Lita came to the abode and provided alcoholic beverages for everyone. Obviously, given my current situation, I did not imbibe. The rest of them are catching up. They'll be there shortly. No one died.
He kind of frowns, shakes his head, and goes, "Of course."
She has excellent hair.
I think at some point, now that the hangover cure is walking, I'm probably going towards the front, seeing who Prima opened the door for, and greeting, hello
Okay.
and good morning.
He says, "Good morning, Fern. I trust you are well."
I'm well now.
Well-ish.
Yes.
What?
Long rest credit. Yes.
Yes, yes.
Awesome.
He then goes, "So I presume you wanted to be sped along on your journey, correct? That is what you had last said.
Yes, the sooner we can assist in the forest of the Fae, the better. Unfortunately, my visit home is to be short this time around.
Is there a particular location you were trying to reach, or just following your parents?
Let me, Coeli, are you nearby?
I assume so.
Did the message from Sonia give any specifics of where exactly in the forest of the Fae we should be going?
No.
It did not.
Well,
Yeah.
then at least if it is, unless any of y'all object, it may be good for us to meet my parents who have the aid of the king for us to try finding where we
I
would need to
was
be.
just about to suggest we may wish to piggyback onto their
The-
audience rather than seek our own, so that is very good thinking.
Mhm.
Yeah, the only specifics was that elf knows swords, so I assume that we are looking for an elf.
I imagine an
Yeah.
archfey will know someone who is an expert in this, because those guys are damn close to gods. So he's likely to have an idea of who's who and who's in his forest, and he either knows something or he knows someone that knows something. We've just got to ask him. Obviously, also being an archfey, there's a chance that he's an arsehole and he wants something from us. But we'll see what happens. Prima wouldn't say the arsehole bit, but I definitely think it's a good idea to follow up on your parents' audience and tag ourselves into that group.
All right, he goes, well, then I can send you along to where they went. It will not put you that close to the court. You will still have to traverse through Drauthenir, but it will at least shorten your journey from here to there.
Any
Oh,
help
that
you
would
can
be
give is appreciated.
Very well. Are you ready to depart now, or do you need a moment?
I wanted to ask, do you know where Lita is?
He says, I would presume she is at her home if she is not still here after your festivities. And he peers
Is she
back in,
leaving?
looks around. She does not appear to be there.
Okay. Hey guys, can we stop at Lita's place first before we leave?
Of course.
I think
Absolutely.
we can manage that.
Would you, I'm sensing an organic thing I don't understand. So, would it, they say, would you like space, or I'm confused. Help me.
It doesn't
I
matter.
think we should give her some space.
Space.
Let's
You
give
can
it.
be kind of the back.
Oh, I see. Like a wingman, formation things, formation flying.
You can
Okay,
kind of just be in the background.
okay. I get my lute out and I play a chord, and I get a really nice dress on. It's all rainbow coloured, like her hair. Yeah. And then I play, and then you hear.
I'm
Never
sorry, I made
again.
you Sebastian immediately. Apologies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Play
So
Careless Whisper by Georges Michael, the famous bard.
So you make your way to Lita's abode, which from the outside looks like a cave. There's a lot of like vines and moss hanging down the front, kind of like curtains to form a door. Uh, when you go inside, there's lots of luminescent plant growth lining the walls and very clear lines illuminating the entire area. Leads to a nice open area at the back. And when you get inside, you see the front part of it looks like you would expect a nice cave. There's lots of natural developments of rock and wood and moss forming places to sit and a bed. The only thing that seems out of place is in the back corner, there's a very obvious still.
Oh wow, she's hardcore. She's got a very
I'm that kind of lady.
so she's got a very obvious still in the back, and then a Remington 570 next to it. I feel like now that I'm gonna adopt. I've got my little move. I'm gonna adopt full Sebastian mode and be like, Vern, the human world is a mess. Yes, there you go.
So I would like to approach her and let her know that we're leaving. And in this, I would like to tell her that in the going from Kareth to Havern, there was a beautiful patch of woods, and I collected some acorns and polished one, and I would like her to have one. I
Okay,
give her a polished acorn gift, and I
she-
also hem up the beautiful forest.
she comes up, seems very thrilled, and she takes the gift and smiles and gives you a hug,
Yay!
and tells you to be again very safe on your journey. And she hopes that you will come back soon.
I hope to be back home soon as well. And then I bashfully go, blush, and walk back to the friends and say goodbye.
Okay.
I just wanted to give the acorn.
I'm gonna message, so as not to embarrass her, I'm using discretion. I'd be like, did I just observe? And I'll have my book out. Did I just observe? What the fuck is your race? I'm nearly said goblin.
No,
No.
Thank you. Did I just observe no mating rituals?
well, she's not a gnome.
But you are.
I am.
That's a message.
Yes, I gave a gift to someone that I wanted to remember me. So now she can see an acorn and think about me.
Interesting. Thank you. I'm writing down the thing that gnomes that are interested in other organic beings in a mating sense will often deposit acorns in their presence. Is what I've recorded as my record of gnome behavior.
Okay. Having imparted your acorn, are you all
God.
reconvening back at the?
I think I missed it.
Having imparted your acorn, I thought the kids are calling it now. Fucking kids. You can't keep up with the terms now, can you? Everything's bloody wrong. Jesus, right? Sorry, go on.
I feel like at this point, there's no term I can say that you guys won't turn into a sex joke.
Literally nothing.
Do you all
My bad.
reconvene with the archdruid?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, bang it as well.
All right. So he leads you over to a tree, and he says, "You will have to move quickly. This does not last for a long time."
I say that all the time. Don't worry, mate.
Am I familiar with what he's about to do?
Oh, really now? Like
It's
Catholic priest situation.
that kind of it's that kind of druid circle. I get you.
So he walks over, he puts his hand upon the side of the tree, and you watch green lines of energy come out from his fingers into the tree and slowly begin to form the shape of a door inside the tree. And as the lines reach all the way to the bottom, there's a flash, and suddenly, instead of a door, you see some different place through the tree.
I
And
go
it
through
says,
now.
"Go now."
Yeah, I go.
Yeah.
I will
Thank
go.
you for your help, and I hope to see you soon.
You have 6 seconds.
I can see it on the way.
You go through, you step in, you look behind you, and you can still see him, and then it closes, and you are just standing in front of the tree again.
We just tree ported, and that's the best.
And you find yourselves in a forest of very dense undergrowth trees. The boughs above are looming and blocking out most of the light. It is very dark. and you feel very unsettled.
Oh,
And that's where we're going to stop for the evening.
I've just realised when the next part's going to be a pain in the
The
arse.
next part's going to be a saving throw.
This bit of the adventure's going to suck because of the one
That's
job we
versus
did.
rocks while everyone dies.
I don't think it's going to kill us. It's just
but-
the mechanics of this forest are annoying.
I feel like
and before we
Okay.
But before we leave, Ferg, you might want to refresh your character feed and check your inventory, because I'm pretty sure it's not the same as when you last checked it.
oh my god.
Oh,
And on that note, we're gonna go. So please come back for the session again next Friday. We have a different D&D session
Party round 2.
tomorrow night, and we have Dresden on Sunday.
and for the record,
So-
those two campaigns are significantly more serious than we are taking this campaign.
I'm involved in one of the
Barlow's
campaigns,
dick
so
jokes.
that's not true. I mean, there's 70% less dick jokes tomorrow, but I'm in there and I will still manage to turn something into a reference about an anus. So tune in for that if you want.
So, if you enjoyed
Why?
yourself, please come back. Please follow if you enjoyed and you're not already following.
Yep.
But
Sub, if you've got a
yeah.
Prime sub, do it. It's free. Do it. It's free. We'd
But
really,
if this is
really
not your cup of
appreciate it.
tea, please come back again and try out the other fare. Maybe more to your liking. But otherwise, hope to see you again. Thanks for joining us and have a great night.
Sub, give me your money.
Bye.
Give me your money. Give me your money.